Going live. Yeah, I just set that up too. Hopefully we have some people coming in here. Looks like we have 3.
Wait for a few to get in.
Can you guys hear me okay? How is the audio? Audio question mark. Waiting on some peoples.
Never done it from here like this. I don't even know how to see what's up.
Yeah. Audio is good. All right.
Where does it tell you who's in there?
On yours? Right there. So right there, I got 5 in.
Oh,
and
okay,
then, all right, we are here with Serpent Stangs, and we are live. We're not in the garage. We are sitting right beside the router, believe it or not. So hopefully we have better video this time, but live. Yep. So, all right, welcome everybody. As you're just joining in, we're going to talk about what is coming up for the future. And again, if you're just jumping on board and you don't know, so Speed Addict, hey, what's up, man? Got everybody coming in. Salty Stang, what's up? And everybody else, here we go. All right, we're going to let people trickle in a little bit. Finally got here 2019, 2 days ago. Congratulations on your car. Already have 700 kilometers on it. So that's awesome. Yeah, drive the heck out of that thing. What the hell has happened to the lower grill? We're going to talk about it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got the Stang mode It Never Ends shirt on, and I will tell you that carnage strikes again. And I'm not. I mean, I'm smiling about it now, but God bless. I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need you guys to watch my videos because I need a little bit of ad revenue. I'm just being completely honest with you, but we will get into the discussion of what happened today, because it turned out to be a great day, cars and coffee, and then carnage. Who knew, you know? But dig through some comments. Don't paint your car purple. We're going to talk about that too. The grill, bro. Yes, the grill is it's beyond the grill. It is actually body damage on the bumper. We're going to talk about it. But the shirt, it never ends. There's never, ever a gloomy day on this channel in my life. It is always something. I've gotten the worst luck with that car. I tell you what, it's so stupid. But welcome everybody that's just joining in. I think we got 29 people in here right now. What is your IG, Xander? It is Xander13_official. And yeah, those of you that that pay attention to my Instagram, and you've already seen kind of a snapshot of the damage, and it's more than just the grill popping out. There's a little bit more to it than that. But let me dig through some comments real quick. Cervini's Ram hood, yeah, I shared it on my personal Facebook. The Cervini's new Ram Air hood. I posted a question. I was like, should I do it? I don't know. I thought it might be like a little over the top, but I think it kind of looks cool. It looks pretty cool. The 500 burnout commercial, I have not seen it. I will look though. Yeah, I need a car.
I actually got word that wasn't actually a GT500. If we're talking about the green car that was doing the drifting commercial, I think it's one of the RTR cars is what I heard.
Okay.
Supposedly somebody has footage of it actually being untrailered before they were doing the footage. So.
Okay. All right. This is the second time we're going live. The last time I was with Alex Spooling Up Performance, is his YouTube channel, and we were in the garage about a mile away from my router, and it sucked. But this time, hopefully, we're doing pretty good.
Connection pretty good, guys?
Yes, says yes, RTR. Looking through some comments. So basically what we're going to be talking about today is just chit-chatting and also upcoming events. The track is about to open up here in about a month, and I plan on being there the first day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Anyway, but we got to get the car back together a little bit, and my feelings are hurting. They're hurting a little bit. But if you guys are unfamiliar, I am with Serpent Stang sitting beside me. He has an awesome lineup of cars that he owns. He has an 18 Mustang with nitrous. He has a GT350R, and you can see our stuff in the background. This is just for him, the GT350 stuff.
There's mine right there.
Yep, it's red. And then you also have your 03?
03 Cobra.
03 Cobra.
And the 2018 GT that I just drove over.
Yep. So definitely go check out Serpent Stings. Mr.
Cobra's coming along. I'm working on that video now, so it should be up probably tomorrow.
Yeah, he's looking at the same nitro setup. Yeah, it looked like it was a pretty. I've
got a BMR vertical links on my 350 Voodoo.
Yeah. So it looked like a pretty easy setup with your nitrous.
Oh man,
did you ever get it figured out?
I did get it figured out, but I still gotta. I gotta get off my butt and take off that the window switch, and I gotta send it back to Nitrous Express.
So it was more than just that little.
It is that I talked to them on the phone. And they said, "Dude, you didn't do anything wrong. It sounds like the unit itself is faulty. So
okay.
They want to test it and make sure. But either way, they said they take care of it and send me out another one. So
okay, all right." Hey, if you guys are just joining in, I've got my Stang Mode It Never Ends shirt on. And this is an old one. It actually says Eco Beast on the back. But it never ends. That should have been the thumbnail for this whole thing because bad stuff happened today. How's the Cobra coming along? Salty Stain is asking. Your 03.
Oh, yeah, that's who I was answering before. So I'm working. I have to install the ABS module, and then I have to install a new clock spring, and I'm working on a video for that right now. So it should be up this weekend.
Yeah, I need some Carnage shirts is what I need because my stupid car.
Well, at least it stays true to the name, right?
Yeah. It's so. You guys are unfamiliar with what has happened. Last Mustang week, we went down, and on the way back, we got backed into. I couldn't get out of the way. It was there's videos on. You can go check them out on my channel. But we got backed into, and they had to replace the fender, the entire door, all of that. It was not fixable, so they had to completely replace everything. And the car's been fine since then. Did have a fifth gear issue with the 1080, but that is kind of okay. I had somebody ask me today at Cars and Coffee. He's like, "Hey man, how's that fifth gear?" And I was like, "Well." I'm gonna stop complaining about it. I'm just gonna drive it. It still shifts hard sometimes, but it's just weird. But it could be a faulty oh crap, what am I thinking of? Valve body. So that's a possibility, but that would be a cheap fix since I don't have a warranty anymore, since we're heavily modded, that I could do myself in the garage because I do everything myself. Except for when we do a blower, I might need like you or and Speed Addict to come down and maybe help out. We'll do a garage day.
Oh yeah, totally. I love doing that kind of stuff.
The idea is we're going to chase 10s as much as possible over the next few months. And then I really honestly want to be boosted before Mustang week. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is a goal of mine that I would like to be boosted with 700 plus ground horsepower before then. All right. You add boost adder to Red Pony. Yeah. So I still am spherical or Delrin bushings. That's a good question.
I mean, if it's a street car, and you're not really that concerned with all out performance, I would say maybe Delrin. It might be a little bit less noisy.
I'd probably personally go with Delrin.
Yeah.
Because I don't like.
I have spherical stuff on the R because it's a track car.
It's a track car and you don't care about it. That's the bad thing is like once you start building there, it does get to a point where you start sacrificing, and I am trying my best not to get to that point, but it will eventually happen, I'm sure. Let me read through some comments real quick. What blower am I thinking about doing? I am honestly still thinking centrifugal. I don't know. It's just because the Whipples are great, and you've watched the videos. I've done a lot of stuff with Whipple cars, and everybody has one. That's the only reason I don't want to buy a Whipple is because everybody does the same damn thing. So I want to do things a little bit different, and the centrifugal blowers are cheaper. They're a better bang for the buck is basically what it comes down to. But word on the street is that VMP is working on something right now that should hopefully be out in the next few months. I keep dropping this microphone. So VMP from the past, you guys know, like they take the Roush blowers and then they have like a solid encased unit. Right. So it's not split up, and then they're just more efficient. But yeah, VMP, as soon as I'm just waiting. That's honestly what I'm doing, is just waiting to see what they're going to do, because I would not buy a Roush blower. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with 650 or 630, whatever it makes to the ground out of the thing. I mean, it's plenty fast. Because you're not talking about a 650 horsepower car. I mean, you're talking about 700 plus. So that's just what it's making to the ground. Like a ZL1, 650 horsepower. Shelby GT500, 720, let's say, which I think is what it's going to be.
Probably right around there.
I think it's going to be we'll talk. I think it's going to be 720.
Right.
I think it's going to weigh 4,000 pounds. I think it's going to be 720 horsepower, and that's what it's going to be. But we shall see soon. No turbos. The only reason that I'm afraid. I'm a chicken. So twin turbo, yes, makes the most amount of power easier. It's just that I think there's a lot could go wrong with it. But
I'm a big fan of turbos. I love turbos.
Turbos are awesome.
Cost wasn't an issue at all. I mean,
that's the other thing though, is the sleeper kit's like $6,000.
Yeah.
But you get the like the base turbo. Super chat. All right. Spider Stang 213. Thank you so much. $10. Awesome. Because I'm gonna tell you what, the super chats, I'm gonna need them, because we're gonna he's already seen what's going on. He's got the exclusive, but everything, the car's messed up right now. It's bad. At least I think it's bad. So looking at, I guess we're going to talk about it. No, I don't want to spoil the video.
I can't answer your stuff.
You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. I'll probably drop the video either tomorrow or Monday, but a good day turned out bad. Let's just say that when you go 146 mile an hour, sometimes things happen. We'll just leave it at that. That's the last speed that I saw anyway. And then I got home and oops, yeah. Anyway, so back on topic, we were talking about turbos. So it comes with the sleeper kit, comes with like the smaller turbos, and you have to obviously pay money to go to like the ball bearing. So
are they just smaller turbos, or are they also it's off-brand or Chinese turbos or something?
I think I don't think they're smaller. I think it's the base kit comes with just, they're not ball bearing into that. I don't know if it's really needed. Speedy Win super chat $10. Thank you so much. I'm gonna definitely be needing super chat money. You're gonna see in the next video. It sucks. But all of this money, anything that you guys ever send me, always goes back into the channel. It does not go to for me to go to the movie theater and eat popcorn or anything like that. There's basically a separate bank account. All that goes back into the channel in some way. It could be mods, it could be camera gear, it could be just gas money. Because there's a lot of overhead that goes in. We've talked about this before. Yeah. There's a lot of overhead that goes
especially for the smaller YouTubers.
Yes,
we spend way more than we make.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm not making Stang mode money, and Stang mode is not making street speed money.
Thanks, Sean. $5 super chat. Appreciate it.
But anyway, I keep dropping this microphone. I guess I could clip it to myself. I could do that, and then it wouldn't do that anymore. How about that?
I was going 145 in my 2018, and it's fine.
Well, there's some modifications done to mine, and so we got two channels going on right now, two live feeds. Yep. There's some modifications done to the front of my car that don't play well with speed. I'll say that, and things didn't just come loose; things broke, and yeah, I'm not happy. But the hood was like just doing like this. It was crazy.
Well, the S550 has a terrible habit of hood shake to begin with.
Yeah,
on track, sometimes it's scared. I've literally pulled off track before and been like, dude, my hood's got to be popped. And it's not. So. Yeah,
I thought it did. Yeah, I mean, it was real bad. So there was a Raptor. This is not in the video, so I'll go.
That's why there's hood pins now on the GT500.
Yes. So there was a Raptor coming up behind me on our way back from Cars and Coffee, and he was about to run me off the road, honestly. And I was like, okay, this guy wants to go. So we went, and I kicked his butt. And then until about last time I looked down was 146. So it could have been higher. And then I didn't hear nothing. I didn't feel nothing. But when I got home, geez, I wasn't happy. What the hell did I do to my car? I can't spoil the video. Just know that you're probably going to watch it and be like, oh my God, that's it, really? But look, listen, I have to clickbait the title. There's no way. So I apologize in advance. I have to. It's YouTubers are sick people because when you get like a rock chip and then you're like, oh my God, it's totaled. No, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad, but you do have to hype it up some way. But no, it was not like an accident, nothing like that. So reading through some comments really fast. You're getting a close up of my forehead. Xander, time for the RTR front bumper. Well, the front bumper with the RTR stuff, they're just like pieces that are added on.
Yeah, it's not. There's no different bumper.
Right.
It's just the grill, the lower grill, the little side.
I like those.
I love it all.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that for my car.
Well, the only reason I didn't do the RTR splitter was because everybody does it. And the other one was $250.
I try to stay away from, like, I buy something I want. Like, I don't care what anybody else has. Or
I mean, the same could be said about the whole Mustang in general.
No.
You know what I mean? Oh, you bought a Mustang. So does everybody else.
Right, exactly.
Well, it's because it's a good car. H-pipe over the X-pipe for deep growl. Hey, look, so we have the catless 1/7/8 Corsa headers into their double helix with the active exhaust, and it sounds great. Those that have heard this thing in person love it. Excuse me, but I would really like to hear that thing with an H-pipe. I really would. I think that Corsa should come out and make an H-pipe. I don't know if there would be a high enough demand because they crave on the whole double X thing, and it's good. I mean, it scavenge air pretty well. It has a slightly different tone than a single X that most people run, but anyway, I think an H-pipe would be really cool.
Oh man, I love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna read through some comments.
Yeah, dude, I would love to buy a GT4, man. To be honest with you, I actually kind of started to try to buy one, but it's literally impossible to get any kind of banks to deal with it whatsoever because there's no VIN, and it's weird. It's weird that they won't finance them. But
here's a good question.
Basically, I plan to convert my GT350R to as close to a GT4 as you could get.
Ooh,
that's the long-term plan.
Yeah. So somebody asked. DR Shooter asks, used GT350, used GT350 or a do you say loaded or just fully loaded 19 Mustang GT?
I mean, I think you kind of know where I'm at on that one.
Let me ask you, manual or automatic? I'm going to wait for you to respond. Because that's really what it's going to come down. Auto.
Well, if he wants an auto, I mean.
He says manual.
Well, that's what I say.
So, well, don't forget about the PP2. The Performance Pack Level 2 is kind of like a GT350 Lite. And you can get the 401A option in it. You can get that thing as decked out as you want to, just like my car, with like everything checked off. But you also get a little bit more of the aero. You get the wheels and the tires, but you still get that shitty-ass MT82
the
gearbox.
biggest thing for me tech-wise is the digital dash. Like, other than that, I mean, you can get a GT350 with heated and cooled seats with the bigger, screen.
You can with the regular seats.
I mean, for me personally, it's just the digital dash is probably the only thing that I'd be missing.
Yeah.
Because I love that.
They should have put that in the 2019 350.
I don't know why they didn't.
They would sell. I would take. Well, I don't know. I like my auto, but I would seriously
maybe looking now and seeing the GT500 release, how similar it is to the GT350.
Yeah,
maybe they wanted to keep something.
They wanted
up
more.
Their sleeve and say, "Hey, look, there's something different than the GT350." So it's because without that, I mean, if the GT350 had the digital dash, it would literally.
Oh, they're saying GT $10 super chat. Thank you so much. You think the stickers had anything to do with the incident? Very possible. Yes.
Definitely.
Look, stickers add horsepower, but maybe one of them was like, a little bit higher than the other.
Well, it's extra downforce.
Right, there you go. But yes, thank you so much. You're going to watch this video whenever I release it and be like, oh my God. But the first half of it's like cars and coffee. And I got out there and I was meeting, there's a bunch of you guys that I was actually hanging out with. So I wasn't really concentrating on like filming. I was just hanging out. And then when we were leaving, I was like, man, I didn't film nothing.
It's hard. I've gone there a couple times and ended up with no video because it's just like, I don't know. Do you guys want to see us walk around a parking lot and look at parked cars? Because we could fill up with a lot of that content. Thank you, Spider Stang. $5. Appreciate
Do you have an
it.
automatic AccuJack hardwired in your Mustang, or do you use a plug-in model? AccuJack, what does that mean?
What's that?
Right here. They could be just having their side conversation.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody that is just joining in. I think there's 75 of you guys in here right now.
Sup, Lightning.
We are live with Serpent Stangs right beside me, and we're just basically going to be talking about upcoming events. And right now the discussion has been just like, what's wrong with my car? What happened to it? And I'm going to keep it a secret. You'll have to wait for that video because I don't want to ruin it. But what else? We talked about what kind of blower. So turbos. Turbos are going to make a lot of power, but there's a lot that goes into it, because if you want a lot of power, you got to, I mean, it's not just a power adder for one. Axles, drive shaft, return fuel system, all of it.
I mean, that's
talking
exactly it. A lot of people don't consider when they're like, oh, just throw a blower on it. But if you actually want to use it, go to the drag strip and, put it through its paces, you're going to need a lot of other supporting mods.
Yes.
I mean, it's 15, 20 grand by the time you're.
It is.
It really is.
The last Whipple that I drove, I think he just did a return fuel system on his, and he redynoed it 5th gear and made like dumb power, like 800 horsepower. That's what Taylor told me.
Power. It's crazy.
Like out of a Whipple is great.
They're making nowadays.
But then, I mean, you could bring in like heat soak factor into it and all that. But centrifugal blowers are going to heat soak less because it's not on the block. It's. But
I've always been a fan of Centuries just for the sound, and I love the sound of the Century.
I will tell you that if it was a stick shift car, a root or positive displacement blower, period. It would Whipple, period. End of discussion. I wouldn't turbo it. I wouldn't do nothing. It would just be
a Whipple.
On a stick car, because you have all that torque down low. With the 10R80, if I'm flooring it, I'm already living high RPM, and it's just going.
Yeah.
Super chat. Bandit 50, $5. Thank you so much. I don't know if you caught on, if you just came in, or if you missed out on what we were just talking about, but I'm gonna need the super chat money to fix my car. But anyway, let's see here. I'm gonna read through some comments real fast.
Froze, guys. Getting Texas saying my stream.
It's very quick, but you can tell the Roush tune holds back. Yeah, I've heard about the Roush tuning is like real conservative. And I guess they do come with a warranty, I do believe. And that was like a 3 or 36 or something like that with the Roush blowers. So they would have to definitely be very conservative on the tune. But because there's been plenty of people that will retune those things and they make a lot more power. Does Rob Shoemaker have Instagram? I think he does. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm tempted to check it out now, but I'll do that later. That blue, yeah. I just watched that Dude in Blues video with the VMP. It's kind of like when I'm just trying to hold on for like a few more months to see what VMP is going to do. They need to hurry up because I don't want to do Whipple because everybody has a Whipple, and I don't want to be like everybody else. We got to be different. Yeah. We have a car that hates me, named Carnage, and we have to do things. But we have to live up to the name, though. It has to be like
you're doing a good job.
Yeah, it's got to be a brutal super chat. Gray Ghost, $10. If you send Circle D a 10R80 converter, they will restall it to 36 to 38. I read about that, and it is nasty.
Yeah.
Yes. That might happen one day. I actually think it's not that much money too. I think I looked up, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't that bad though, for the new converter. But that's awesome that they finally come out and done that. So I think Steeda is actually running it in their car, and that's how they've been running so fast in A.
I'm still wondering why we're not hearing so much. Is there an issue with the trans brake? Have you heard anything else about that?
Just that people like Michael Mack has talked about it. It's just that
I mean, I know guys have broke, Michael Mack broke a half shaft or whatever doing it, but I mean, is there an issue? Is it not working properly? Because I would think by now you would see. I just think it's capable, but it's not intended. Sure.
I don't know.
I just find it weird that there's not like, you know, a ton of videos out of guys using the trans brake yet.
It's kind of like when you take your stock Mustang and you go drag racing, and then you have a fifth gear problem, and you take it to Ford, and then they're like, "Nah, you raced a car." So, and I'm like, "But it has a drag mode."
Yeah,
It's like you can do it. There's a setting for it, but should you? Yes, you should. Lots of smiley faces there. I see Red Rocket 19 checking in. Reading through some comments. What's the point on the event? We're going to talk about some events coming up. What we would like to do. Hang on. 777 Performance. Their front end looks pretty sick. I know what you're talking about. The Cervini's lower portion, which is the portion I had a problem with, will not work with a safe and smart package unless you modify it. I've seen a person do it. I don't know how to do it. He didn't explain to me, but I knew that he had safe and smart, and he told me that, hey, I modded this thing and that he got it to work. But there's sensors and stuff under there that don't really. It's not supposed to. But let me read. Yeah, Coyote Car Guy. I don't know what happened to his car. I mean, he had a stage 1 Whipple on it. I believe it was stage 1, and oops, I had to send it back. Anyway, I don't know what was, because I thought that his car was pretty good. Like, I don't even think it had like a tick issue, but mine's not ticking at all. But mine will tick like
mine. I've never heard mine tick.
Mine will tick slightly, like barely. Every like once every 2 weeks for like one startup.
I mean, I don't want to turn this into a tick thing, but
No.
I honestly do think that the tick thing is a little blown out of proportion.
Well, that's why
I have the opportunity to be around a lot of these cars.
Yeah.
My cousin works at the dealer. Like, you know, we're around them a lot in general, the track, and I haven't seen too many cars have the tick in person, and I haven't seen really any that actually blew up as a result.
No, and that's why I made that video. You know, some people got real butthurt when they first saw it.
Yeah.
Because they thought that I was telling them to like keep it a secret. And that wasn't at all.
I'm not saying the tick doesn't exist.
No,
either,
right?
I've heard the tick.
There is a problem.
Some
guys have it worse than others. But some people also have like seat track issues or radio issues, or, you know, not everybody has those issues. So it's not like it's across the whole board. But some people do have, like, Mustang Mike has his car ticks bad. Like, the videos that I've heard from him are like, I don't know if it's piston slap or what's going on, but he has a legit issue. So there is problems out there.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that, you know, because you know, we have a semi-fast growing channel. I'd like to thank, if you guys are new jumping in here, thank you so much for jumping on board in this channel. You will not be disappointed. We do crazy stuff, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot of content on the channel, so definitely dig through it. But what was I talking about? Oh, the tick. Anyway, I don't know. Are you having issues over here?
Yeah.
I lost
my feed. I don't even know if it's possible to get back into the same.
You just go live again. It would just be a separate video. You just have to reset it up. So we are live on 2 different channels right now. I'm gonna dig through some comments real quick. But Pro Charger or Edelbrock Supercharger? You know, reading. The Edelbrock thing. Have you seen those? I don't think they have them for the 18.
What's that?
The Edelbrock Superchargers. But for the 15 to 17 cars, it was kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody really run them.
Nobody really has a lot of content on that. It's just not a big name brand as far as like Whipple or, you know, Whipple. Everybody does Whipple, but I mean the Whipple's great.
I mean, I love the new Whipple design, especially the newest generation.
Yeah. So yeah, the tick. I mean, it's not gonna turn into a tick thing. But if just send the car, just drive it, enjoy it. Mine ticks every once in a while, and it's barely. And almost to the point where you can't even hear it like echoing off of anything.
I mean, one last thing on the tick I think a lot of people don't realize too is that the tick is a known issue within Ford, obviously. So the chance of you getting a warranty claim denied on something that's a known issue is really, really slim. So, I mean, if you go out there and you put a blower on the car and you pop the motor,
you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
But if you go out there and you buy a new car and you start modding it and it starts developing the tick, like it would be really easy to just take a couple, whatever you put on the car, to put it back to stock and take it to the dealer and be like, it's ticking. They're not going to get all suspicious. They're going to be like, well, this is a known issue. Let's look at it.
I'm using a 530 Pennzoil full synthetic right now, and for me, it's been fine. And 530 is in the owner's manual if you do like heavy like track stuff like drag racing and all that. If you're still NA, you can do that. Now, once you go like forced induction, you're gonna have to jump it up. But at that point, I would do like oil pump gears and all that stuff too. But I would just do it all at once. All right, some people are, let me just read, Lund or Palm Beach dyno tune? That is a question. The answer to that question is Palm Beach for a lot of reasons. But that's just me speaking. I've had both. I can tell you that my Palm Beach tune is strong as hell. And Lund, when I had it, felt conservative. And I had it on a stick shift 18, my old car. But I'll tell you that with my auto, that thing redlines at 7,800 RPM and it pulls all the way to it. It is nuts, especially on E85. It is crazy, except not today because I think I got some bad E. I was telling you about it. It was doing some hard starts and stuff like that today. But today's been a weird day. Let me read some comments. Have you guys had the JLT tune? I've not had the JLT tune. You're talking about probably just the tune that comes in the devices themselves. I think what that does is just kind of, it's a generic tune that they come with. Like if you bought like an SET handheld device and you're like, okay, I have an intake of this brand and whatever, and then it calibrates, but it's not like it's not a real tune. It's just like
it's kind of like a can tune. Like,
it's
not really very aggressive.
It'll let you, it'll add some power. It'll basically allow for like the to read the bigger math and all that, but it's not gonna, they're not gonna play into like all the other stuff, right? So timing and all of that. But Lund tune, my year Lund tune was trash. I never really got into the Lund thing. A lot of people like it and have a lot of success. They've got a lot of fast cars. Please help. I have a decent mechanical knowledge and I am feeling unsure of my 10 speed. After driving trans still at 100 degrees. Doesn't seem right. Well, I don't know. I can tell you that the 10 speed, there's a lot of stuff in there in a very small combined area. So things probably are going to run more hot. That's why you would actually be a very good question to ask this. Very good person to ask this. Taking the 1080 around track.
Yeah. How
well does it do?
In summer heat, it's going to overheat.
How many laps? Well, I guess that's going to depend on track.
Depend on the driver. Really. Yeah. I mean, with me, I can overheat it in a matter of 3 laps.
Okay. Well, for a lap or two, you're probably okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, and if you tone it down a notch, I mean, you can run a 15, 20-minute session. I didn't have any problem running 20-minute plus sessions, like, early spring or late end of the year where it's, 60, 70 degrees.
Yeah.
But when it's 90 plus degrees, it's going to overheat. And so will the diff.
Right. Yeah. So if you guys like track stuff, this guy right here, Serpent Stings, go check out his channel. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. He does drag racing too. But he does. What is going on here in my chat?
With all the emojis?
Yeah, I see all the emojis. I'm just trying to they pop up and it's, what is going on? About time, you guys.
Hopefully I can get mine to come back up.
Most of it's, I'm just reading through. Kenny Bell, Supercharger. I heard that they were making something for the 18 up as well. Kenny Bell used to be the truth back in the day, though.
Right? What happened to Kenny Bell?
I know. That's what you got sitting on your 03, right?
Yeah, Kenny Bell, the old school, like the one you can't even get anymore.
Well, like that old snakebite video. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I remember exactly what
that thing is nuts.
Yeah, there was another one that had a very similar name, too. It was like almost the same name. There were 2 different ones, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
03 Cobra compilation video.
It was, this one's black and he's going down like in a cul-de-sac and he's just like drifting around and the thing is nuts. What's your estimate on the GT500 price? I think it's going to start about 75. and work its way up from there. I think the base, when I say 75, I think that's going to be the base one, the gray one that we couldn't see down low. I think that one is going to be the $75,000. They're going to have to price it, I think. Do you think it's going to be priced competitive with the R, or lower or higher?
I think it'll be priced competitively with the entire segment, like the ZL1, the GT350. I would expect, another thing I see guys are like freaking out over ADMs, and guys are quoting like a lot of the GT350 stuff, but you guys got to remember the R was where a lot of those really big ADMs came from. And if there isn't going to be an R, the ADM should be, and I was told by one of the executives at Ford that they're going to do the same allocation process that they did with the GT350.
Okay.
So you should see similar ADMs to what you saw in the GT350. 5,000 over sticker, I think, would be a realistic.
So MSRP on the base GT, what do you think it'll be? GT500
base, like no options, just the starting MSRP.
Yeah, like that gray one that was sitting up there. But
I think in the 70s.
70s,
yeah,
low 70s.
In the mid to low 70s, I would say starting price.
So ADM is going to be.
I think, I can't remember where I heard it, but I think they said that the track package is going to be around a $10,000 package, and I think on the R, it's 12,000. That's, I mean, it gets you the carbon fiber wheels. Those wheels alone,
those wheels are
worth it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think they weigh? Probably just same as yours, I would imagine.
They're about 18 pounds and 19.
That's pretty light.
I would imagine still under 20 pounds.
Yeah. So all that is centrifugal. But the GT500 also has ginormous brakes, huge brakes, and they are not carbon ceramic brakes.
No.
So that's rotational mass as well. But it does have a carbon fiber drive shaft, and that helps.
It's gonna be a heavy car. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it performs, does it really matter?
Excuse me. Stang Mode said headers were a bad idea. I want to talk about that. I thought about making a video solely on that whole topic on what are good ideas, what are bad ideas when you're modding. Excuse me. But the headers are not a bad investment if you're. Some people are still charging $1,000 to install headers. It's a lot of money because you're already giving.
Makes it out of the question.
Yeah, because for 1819 long tube headers, catless, make less power than they did on some of the older Mustangs. It used to be that like doing headers was like this, like the thing.
Systems are getting efficient.
Right. The stock exhaust system on the 1819 will flow a ton of power. Michael Mack has his Vortec that makes super chat. Pink's Garage let me read, for you to help repair carnage. Be sure to check out my page as well. Just started doing this. Awesome. Thank you so much. Pink's Garage. Go check him out. Everybody go check him out. I will too. And I highly encourage that everybody start YouTube channels. I love it. And I like to be able to help, promote this stuff because I have a car passion and it's not just about me. And if I can infect my enthusiasm to everybody and then you guys can go tell your story and share your passion, I think it's only going to impact the Mustang community in a very positive way. The more people that are talking about Mustangs, the more people are going to be searching for content. All of that. YouTube is not competitive. Somebody's going to watch me. They're going to go watch this other person, and they're going to watch. If they're like me and they're enthusiastic. I live on YouTube, so when I wake up in the morning, I get a bowl of oatmeal and I come and I sit at the computer and I start like, who uploaded what, and then that's what I do. But headers, if you're given $1,000+ for headers and you're giving another $1,000 for installation for 20, 25, I wouldn't even say 25. I think the 1819 is making like 20 horsepower.
If that.
Yeah. I mean, they help, but is that worth is 20?
And how much of that is just from going catless too? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you could go catless for a couple $100.
That's what my friend did. Yeah. Right. They cut his cats for about $100. And because that stock exhaust manifold, they flow really well. Yeah. But is $2,000 worth 20 horsepower? In my opinion, no, it's not. But if you're going all out, then go for it. But if you're installing it yourself, yes, it's absolutely worth it. There's lots of other brands. Oh, by the way, Corsa. I have I can't talk. Promo codes for Corsa now. They are going to be starting to be linked, and I think they already are in my last couple of videos, linked in the video descriptions, and you go check them out. So if you were looking at Corsa headers, very, very solid product. I have had Stainless Works in the past. I've had American Racing. I've had Texas Speed, and now Corsa. So 4 different ones. And I would say that the Corsa for me fit the best. American Racing
They
is
look the nicest,
they
too.
do the coating on the American Racing is like I didn't want to install them.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be like trophy. I wanted to like put it on my mantle up here. They are beautiful. The fit, finish, quality, all that stuff. Of course, is just like the catbacks. I mean, they're awesome, and they're not unreasonably priced. Some of the brands out there can be, but there's a difference between the thickness of the primaries compared to like Texas Speed too. Because I like Texas Speed for the money that now they've started to increase in price, but for the money that those cost, they're a fantastic bargain. But there is a quality difference, and that tick, that engine noise that some of you guys will actually hear coming once you do headers, it'll like trickle down through the primaries, and you can hear it. With the Corsa, gone. I don't hear nothing. It's just like it was OEM. It's that good. So anyway, I have discount codes for those guys, and then everything else. BMR, you guys love BMR. I love BMR. I've got one of the best promo codes out there for money savings and free shipping. So big shout out to BMR. Let me dig through some comments. Looks like Pink's Garage is getting some subscribers. I see that.
how can you say?
Meet Meech. I did not know who he was, and I saw a video today from him, and or maybe it was yesterday, but I was impressed. I was impressed. It was good.
Good channel.
Let's see who else is in here. Follow me, Full Auto GT. Everybody's like sub for sub now. Hey, look, it don't really count unless you're actually going to watch their content, but that's okay. That's what happened to me. I have 16,000 subscribers, but I've got 76 people in here watching me, so that's okay. Anyway, no, everybody's honestly out doing things, and it's Saturday night, so it is what it is. $2,000, 2 tires, and a base GT. I'm reading through comments. Xander coming to TGPR.
Oh yeah, remember we talked about that a little bit. I told you we're doing that track day on March 30th.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just ride shotgun with you.
You sure? You should bring the car, man.
I'll bring it. We'll see what happens.
It's $160, dude. You get. I mean, there's no pressure or nothing. It's a private event, so you won't have to like.
Are you taking the R?
I may take both cars.
Okay, if you take the R, I need to be shotgun. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I usually have a line of people that
I know how to drive really well in a straight line. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's a lot of fun, dude, and it's well worth $160. You got the whole day. There's no pressure. It's a private event, so you can just go out and do laps at your own pace. You don't have to go balls to the wall if you don't want to.
Am I going to port my manifold? I don't know that I will. I've actually looked into it, and it's not that much money, but I think that it would only gain 3 or 4 horsepower. I don't know that $600 or so would be if I just I don't know at this point. I know ported manifold, like a ported 18 manifolds do pretty well in the 15 to 17 cars.
I doubt it's going to be a big increase for an 18 car.
For ours, yeah. Springs, I want to lower my car, but I don't know if I want a drag spring or if I want a handling spring. In the past, I've always got handling because I like the best of both worlds. I'm not building a dedicated drag car. I'm building a fast street car, a fun car, and it would be capable of doing, a straight line fast, and also be capable of, taking turns and stuff, but not, one specific thing really well. Because
I think that's the thing with the drag spring is it's really a kind of like a one-trick pony when it comes.
The drag spring is going to have a stiffer rear spring rate, and then the front
soft one.
Yeah, so that will hinder
understeer like crazy in the corners.
Right, and I like to be able to do stupid things, and take fast turns. Let me read through some comments real quick. Are you going on the camera? How did the car start making pops during accelerate or deceleration rather? That is a specific tune from Palm Beach. Rob Shoemaker actually sent me some files when I did that one video. And then he told me to keep it down on the low. So I held on to that knowledge for like a week and a half or so. And I wanted to like make content so bad because I thought it was so neat. But the neat thing is all you have to do is just ask him about it. So you want the pop tune or the burble tune or whatever you want, and he will just add it to it. And I think that they just throw some fuel in the exhaust and just let it crackle. And what the neat thing is, he can control the length of how long it goes. So it could be a second, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever you want. But you have to be going really fast, like aggressive on throttle, and then aggressive like downshifting, like on the brake. And then it will do that. With a manual car, I don't know how it works. Somebody needs to let me know. I'm not sure. But on the automatic, I tell you that it's really cool. What I actually had him do recently was decrease the amount. So it'll pop a couple of times on deceleration, because when the first one, it was going for like 7 seconds. It wouldn't stop. Anyway, so we decreased that, and might need to bump it up a little bit more, but it's pretty good. Serpent Stings here. Look, listen. Here's why you have got to follow Serpent Stings. He's buying the Shelby 500.
Don't honestly, dude. I get that question about 100 times a day.
Yeah,
for Instagram and YouTube, I get it.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it? It's like yes.
But I don't mind. I'm just as excited. So I'm more excited.
He's got an 18. He's got an 03. He's got his 350R.
I'm not gonna bullshit you. Something's got.
You think the 18 is gonna go?
At first, I was thinking no, because the 03 Cobra's got to go. I'm not going to have the garage space, and I need to pay off the 350R to carry that many loans. I got the loan on the truck, and I got the loan on the R.
Yeah,
the other one's in the garage.
I mean, you can park one. You can park the R over here. You just got to leave the keys with me.
I bet I can. That'll work.
So hey, I want to say, if you guys are just joining the chat, we're here with Serpent Stings. He is buying the Shelby GT500 when it comes out. And there is some stuff going on with my car, the front end. If you are following me on Instagram, you've probably already seen my story and all of that. And that will be, you guys will get the full video in the next day or so. But anyway, anybody that has contributed any kind of super chat money to me, that is where it's going. I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. The belly pan is all messed up. I'll tell you that. It's cracked the shit in like 3 places. I wasn't happy, but that's the only hint. Ricers pop and crackle. No, look, the pop tune thing is, yeah, it's kind of ricey, but when
I beg to differ.
When you hear
some audio of my GT350, that would kind of.
Well, catless. Once you go catless, it pops too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm just saying, a stock
GT350. Yeah,
they crackle.
They do
like crazy,
and it sounds good.
Sounds great.
It doesn't pop like it's not like it's not what you think it is. It's a lot better in person, trust me. And then, if you don't like it, then you can always go back to your other tune.
Got a favorite flavor, but
right. That's like wheel shopping. Right now I'm wheel shopping too. I might be selling my Performance Pack Level 1 wheels for a good price. But if I have to ship them, like, you have to help me with shipping. That's wheels.
That's my problem, trying to sell those Project 6GR. By the way, if anybody needs some GT350R replica wheels,
they're
hit me up on Instagram,
and they're clean. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they're a little scuffed up because they were track wheels, but
they're not.
No, they're not like destroyed or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. They just got some normal scuffs and scratches on them. They're not perfect. But same thing, man. It's just I don't want to have to ship those things,
Oh, look, my Mrs. Zander is in here. She's in the chat. You should be working. Why are you watching my live stream? Don't get fired. So Stephanie, what I said, since you missed it, was that we have a supercharger on the way. We're getting it overnighted, and you just got a super chat.
Oh, thanks a lot, Slick S550. Hey guys, go ahead and give Slick S550 a follow. He also has a YouTube channel, and this guy supports all of the YouTubers,
he does.
Especially the small ones, probably more than anybody else I've seen.
Yep.
He supports everybody here. He's always commenting on everybody's stuff. So go ahead and give him a follow if you would, please. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Slick 550 is honestly, I think I saw his face for like the first time in one of his last videos. He took the Sync 3 and he put it into a regular, where the regular radio would be, and he's got a very good like step by step. So he's kind of like me, he shows you like the little detailed things that you miss. That's why I started YouTube, and I said it a million times, because you could search how to put a cold air intake on a car, and you're like, you get a million videos.
Yeah.
But there were certain angles or certain descriptive stuff that just wasn't in there. It was just anyway. So I started making content to fill that void, and but yeah, Slick S 550 is like that. It's a very, very good, solid channel. Let me read through some comments real quick. Interested in my people? Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram if you're interested in the wheels. There's no curb rash, there's no dings, there's no scratches on my wheels, and I'm asking there's 9,000 miles in the car. They are, it's 2019, so it's got the 4S Michelin tires on them, and they're good to go. I drive the car like normal, so I'm asking $1,000. But if I'm shipping them, you got to help me, and I'm big straight up. Shipping is stupid, depending on where you live. But if you come here to pick them up, $1,000. And that's about what they're worth with those tires. Those tires, those Michelin 4S tires, are probably like $1,500 for a set. If you were buying brand new, and then plus
they're not cheap.
They're not cheap, and they handle really good.
Some of the most expensive tires.
Yeah,
and they're very good tires, especially all around. They work great in the track. They work great in the wet.
They do.
They get good traction.
Yeah,
good tires.
I just want we need a different look, and I'll also say that there is. I was telling Serpents things earlier. I know where I could trade. There's a guy local to me that I could trade in my wheels to him, and he offered to give me his 20-inch RTR Tech 5 wheels. They're black for $600. So, but the thing is, and it's a fantastic deal. I just don't know that I like that style wheel. But I do. It's similar to the PP2 style wheel. It's just bigger. But I think that we are going to stay with a 19-inch wheel and make them really wide. I think.
D. Bader asked if he thinks the GT500 will actually have better handling than the 350R, if it's just going to be basically a 350R with more power. And
it's going to handle better.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but Ford did actually come out and publicly say that the GT500 will be the best handling Mustang ever. So they specifically said that it will out-handle any other Mustang ever, and obviously it's going to be faster in a straight line. So
yeah, that thing has got so much aero on it, and the technology in that thing is crazy with the dual clutch and the suspension, the brakes, all that. It's definitely going to be. It's going to handle better.
Look, the car was obviously marketed to. I see a couple other people commenting about the Demon thing. This car was obviously marketed towards the track stuff. So this is not a Demon competitor. It's a ZL11L.
Oh, there's my $4.99 engine tick, David Van Voorhis. Hey, look, go follow David Van Voorhis. This dude and his brother are like Mopar, had strict Mopar channels. And he traded his car in for a Orange Fury 18 Mustang 10R80. Yes. And the reason is he wants to go fast for cheap. So he bought his car, from watching his videos and his live streams as well, he bought the base model. He did get the digital dash and all like that because he's going to change all of that. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today as well. What is the best Mustang to buy as a younger person, and can you afford it? You could still get a $30,000 18 19 Mustang. It's just not going to have a lot in it. But maybe you don't care about that, because at the end of the day, it's about performance, and that's why you're buying the car anyway. Otherwise, you would probably just get the EcoBoost or something like that. But if you want a race car, if you want to do heavy, awesome things with it, Gapping the Mopar Gods, another $199. Yeah, I think that he is definitely going to be a channel that you're going to want to follow. He's going to make that car fast, because everything else, him and his brother, everything else they've done, they've got fast cars. They do car stuff, and it's awesome. Tunnel Chaser traded in a Demon for his GT350R. And, you know, he wanted something that handled better. He wanted something that, you know, with a stick shift.
I mean, there you go right there. If anybody's opinion should matter, we know one person
Yeah.
that traded in their
Look,
Demon for a 350R, and go ask
and
Tunnel
Vinny,
Chaser's opinion.
Vinny was like hard fucking
Yeah,
core.
Yeah. So you can't say, I mean, there's no bias whatsoever in there. And I mean, you can go ask Vinny, you know, he'll tell you which car is clearly the better car.
Yeah. So, hey, if you're just joining the chat, we've been carrying this on for a little while, but we have the Stang Mode It Never Ends shirt. And if you've been here, you've heard me say it about 9 times. Something bad happened to the front end of my car, so all super chat money will be going to fix this problem. But anyway, yeah. And we are sitting next to Serpent Stangs, who has an awesome channel too. So definitely go check him out. And then I know you guys have been, they're all having these like sidebar conversations. Reading, but yeah, there's nothing. I have no problem with it. I had a Hellcat. I missed the Hellcat. It's a great car. It's just not what a Mustang is. They're two different things. But the Venom kills Demon thing. Look, if the new 500 does not beat a Dodge Demon in a straight line, who gives a shit? It wasn't marketed towards that. It's not. They're not even. They're not competing against.
Other than that one comment that was made, I will say that
where Jim Owens almost got fired.
Yeah. And he probably should have. I mean, I hate to say it, but
well,
if you're building, you know, we don't know what they were building.
No.
At the time, they obviously did. So if you're in the background, you're building a track-focused monster. Why would you make that statement? Like, why even bring up a car that's a one-trick pony and it's designed?
I think it's just because he was holding on. He's got all the knowledge. He's in the know. And he's, you know, and has all these people.
It was more like he got put on the spot. Like, you know, he was on the spot. Somebody brought up Demon, and it was kind of like, yeah, this is my show here. You know, like
it could have been. I think it was driven by, you know, just the passion. It wasn't like a factual thing that he was saying. Ford's never come out and said that. So and I know you've said this, if the Demon, I can't speak. If Venom kills Demon is a flop, if that's not true. It's true the other way around as well, because because a Demon will not beat the GT500 on a racetrack doing this stuff.
Right. And you could also argue that a GT500 versus a Demon at the drag strip would be a decent. The Demon's going to win, but it's a decent little race.
So what's this thing?
The Demon versus the GT500 on a track is a joke. I mean,
what is this thing going to run?
What's it going to run?
In a quarter.
1080 at over 130 miles an hour.
I think so too.
I've actually heard that through the grapevine that it was during prototype testing that it went at 1080 at 137, I believe.
Yeah,
which is it's rolling out, man. I mean,
yeah,
if you look
1090.
If you look at mile an hour on the Demons, 137 is right there. It's just the difference is the Demon has a drag tire and it leaves on a trans
suspension and all of that.
Right.
This thing, the 500 is a track car. It's got big brakes on this thing. It's got aero. It's got all this stuff. It's going to be straight to fast line. It's like, but I mean, the weight comes into it. Well, it's 700 horsepower. It's going to be around 4,000 pounds. I mean, you can do the math on what this thing is going to make. So what is it going to make to the ground? It's going to have probably 650 pound-feet of torque. Right. And, you know, it's super chat, GT A-GT 13.99. I appreciate it for Carnage. Thank you so much. Yeah, look, people love the destruction videos. Right. Oh man, people love the destruction videos. Hey, I want to ask everybody in here if you really want to help me out. There's a video that I made about you've probably already seen it, but the 2008 Mustang, the first one, because I made 2 of them. It was the walk around. My friend bought a 2008 Mustang GT. What he found blew his mind. Right. Look, simple video. It's got almost 1 million views right now. It's 50,000 views shy. Please go watch that video again and share it, because that video alone is what is going to pay for some stuff coming up here in the next few months. I wish that the CPM, and I'm going to talk about this later on when it actually hits 1 million views, but I wanted the CPM on that thing sucks because it's not holiday anymore. The CPM on that video was like $6, but hey, you can't complain at all. Hell no. Look, that video was simple, but we had The one that I wanted to go viral was part 2 of that video when we actually went out and did the driving with it. Because I went crazy. We went to the back roads over here and just went crazy with it. Anyway, but all right, let me dig through some comments, see more questions. The automatic is a killer. I mean, I did the video why it's gonna come out with a manual, and I was gonna come out with another one saying why it won't, to contradict myself. But I mean, we can just talk about it here now. The GT500 at this point is not coming with a manual option, and it is what it is. It's, you know, I've read through some comments where people talk about, well, this because there's no transmission that exists that will hold that power.
That is true, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't have took the time to. I mean, the DCT didn't exist per se on Ford shelf. Transmissions exist; they're just not on Ford shelf. So when that same argument could have been made for the DCT.
It's on Dodge's shelf.
Right. Well, no. I'm just saying, like, when people are saying that the transmission doesn't exist.
Super fast truck for Carnage, $10. Thank you so much. Absolutely awesome. Yes, but manual Hellcats, you can do that.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. Somebody makes a transmission, like Tremec or somebody makes a transmission that would work. It's just not on Ford shelf.
Right.
So it's kind of like a moot point.
Right.
What I mean.
Yeah.
They could have found something to put in there.
They could have.
If it wasn't for having the 350R and keeping that car and getting the GT500, I would be devastated.
I still kind of stand by my thought that, like, if you have the GT350R, let's say you have a base model GT, GT500. I mean, so you have a base GT500 with a manual, and then you have a GT350R, which is a manual, and let's say that the 350R is about 70 grand, and the other one's going to start about 75, let's say 77, somewhere in that ballpark for the 500. If I was new car shopping, what would I buy? Well, I'm going to buy the one that handles better and it's got more power. And so that would hurt the 350R sales, I think.
So you think maybe that they were planning to keep the 350R? I mean, planning to keep the GT350 program going with the 500, and that'll be kind of the justification?
Well, I read an article where they're not killing off the R and the 350 for another year.
I would love to see them just keep building on that.
I also,
it's such a great car.
Well, I also read about the new 350 getting the block from the 500
with the increased ribbing and stuff like that.
But it won't be a flat plane crank.
Yeah, I love the flat plane.
Yeah, everybody does. I mean, the engine note is amazing. So that's just something it's all rumor, but you know, it is what. But anyway, if I was buying a new car and you had a 350R and you had that stick, and then you had a stick shift GT500 brand new sitting beside each other, I'm going to spend the extra $5,000 and buy the GT500, because why the hell would you not? When you got more aero, bigger brakes, it handles better, more power.
Out there that literally refuse.
There is.
But and I can sympathize.
Well, that goes back to the viewer's earlier question: use GT350 or a new loaded GT like performance pack, like I have.
Right.
Because let's be honest, like a used GT350 is going to cost about the same as like my car.
Right.
We're in that high 40s, $50,000 price range. So what, how do you pick? It's going to come down to what do you want in the car. They're both going to have magnetic ride at that point. If you're looking for stick shift, they're both going to have stick. One's better than the other. The 350 obviously has a better transmission. But for me personally, technology, I'm a big fan of it. I like the digital dash. I like the lights. I like all that stuff, the shiny things. When I get in my car, I like it all. But if you are a raw enthusiast and you just want to go fast, and you don't care about that other stuff, go with the 350. It's definitely faster than a GT stock. It's not faster than a 10 or 80. No, especially when they're modded. The 10 or 80 cars.
They're not faster.
Yeah.
Quicker. They're not quicker, I guess would be the correct term.
Yes, that's true. Yes, quicker. And acceleration.
Well, because some people get mad. They're like, oh, it's faster on a track, or it's faster.
Yes, on a track, yes.
Quicker in a straight line.
Let me read through some comments.
Yeah, Pinks, my camera sucks.
Yeah, this is on. I'm on my Mac
We
right
can
now.
see look at the difference in the camera
Yeah,
quality there.
I think that this is like terrible. I wish it was like 4K or something.
Yeah.
But just the audio. So long as the
We
audio
did
is
this
good.
last minute because we didn't want to have you guys worrying about connection issues, so we just went right here with the
Yeah,
laptops here.
Last
Phones.
time we had like the cameras over there. The phones is what they were, and then we were monitoring here, and you had everything hooked up on sucking up bandwidth, and it was just mine was just like choppy. But hopefully this is
We'll do it
a
again
lot
in
better.
the future, guys, and each time we'll improve.
This is the second time. This is my first time with Serpent Stings, and he lives an hour away. So we're going to be actually doing this a lot more often, and maybe not necessarily every week, but we are so close together that we can do it. And there's other YouTubers also that I can go live with as well, and even outside of the Mustang community, like we did the first time with Spooling Up Performance. Temple, Texas, checking in from Temple, Texas. I used to be stationed at Fort Hood, and I'm all too familiar with Temple, Texas. Yeah, Fort Hood was, anyway. I'm reading. I want to know why Coyote Car Guys, what happened? I don't know what happened. I don't think he's posted a video saying exactly what happened. But there's something about like a check engine light. But I mean, apparently from what I know is the engine's gone. Like it's something bad happened, but I have no idea. I mean, define bad, define engine check. I don't know, but I'm sure he's working on his video, so we'll probably get to see that soon. But I like to watch all of these smaller YouTubers because not long ago, well, I'm still there. I'm a small YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm nobody to compare to like Street Speed. But I enjoy it. I like watching everybody's take on things and everybody's content and all that.
I spend about half my free time on YouTube watching videos.
I do. I really do. I need to catch up on some comments. I know that. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I like to be good at answering people. But anyway, we haven't talked about really like events coming up.
Yeah, B-Watts is asking you how you're enjoying that PBD tune so far.
Yeah, definitely worth the money. So if you're not tuned by Palm Beach, you should be. I think that it's definitely better than Lund for several reasons. I've had both, and I like Palm Beach better. And one of the biggest things is the communication that I have with Rob Shoemaker and those guys, the staff over there. Those guys are on it.
That is the thing, in my opinion.
I can message him on Facebook, and I will get an answer within a couple of minutes.
Right. Or if you need a tune revision or whatever, not having to wait days or only be able to work with somebody through email.
My wife is texting me. She knows I'm live. Anyway, yeah, Palm Beach is where I would invest my hard-earned money into. Those guys they know what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, $120,000 for the GT500. I could definitely see that, especially with the track package, the carbon fiber, and all of that. It's definitely going to be up there. Is that going to be worth it to you? I don't know. Been contemplating trading my 1LE for a PP2 Mustang GT.
SS1LE or ZL1 1LE?
That's a good question.
Probably SS.
Probably yes, but the SS actually handles better
than the PP2. I don't think so.
No.
No.
Really?
Well, I'm pretty sure Lightning Lap Car and Driver, the PP2 beat the 1LE.
I like the PP2 better.
Yeah.
Because
I would go with the PP2.
I would too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're Mustang guys, but I mean, aside from that, I think it's a little bit better sorted for the track with the 305 Cup 2s on it. Has a much nicer wheel stance, in my opinion. Both good cars, though.
That Alpha chassis that the car rides on is they sunk like $1 billion into the making of that thing. I mean,
the 6th gen Camaro chassis is definitely one generation, surpassed S550.
Yeah,
they're basically one generation.
But
behind as far as tech.
I would get the PP2, and here's why: technology. I like all the flashy stuff. You could load up a PP2. You cannot do that with a 1LE. Well, actually, I think you can now. I think you can get a 2SS 1LE. So that may be something new. But PP2 is manual only. It's an MT82 transmission, so it doesn't. Well, they had to keep it that way because if they shove that GT350 transmission in it, nobody buy the 350. Well, people would, but a lot of guys that just want a street car.
Well, I think he's saying the 1LE is available with the 10-speed.
What, the new?
Yeah.
They used to not be.
No, the SS1LE. We are talking about the SS1LE, right?
And SS1LE is manual only.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the ZL1 1LE was only manual.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes, and they're both manual only.
Yeah, he's keep his 1LE. The 1LE is a great car.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you already have it, I thought we were talking like buying one.
I read a comment.
I guess I would say keep your car.
Super Snake or GT500. Definitely 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Snake is a Mustang GT with a bunch of
stuff on it.
Yeah. GT500 is a properly engineered vehicle.
Yes. The 500 is a production vehicle that they spent all that time R&Ding. They do the same thing with the Super Snakes, but Super Snake is just my car with a bunch of stuff. That's all it is. But the 500 is a completely different thing. Reading, what's going on in your chat?
Not too much.
PP3 LOL. The PP3, they should make a PP3. It should be like a PP2 with an automatic transmission, and then I'd be happy. Or like a dual clutch. Just put a DCT and everything. If I bought a 500, it would.
The only reason that the PP2 didn't get the 10-speed is because it would have added a lot of cost because it needed coolers. The 10-speed can't operate on track for too long.
Right. The manuals do better on track.
Yeah.
For all of that. But you guys know that this is the expert over here, Serpent Stangs. He does all of that track stuff, not just straight line stuff like me and Stang Mode. Oh, we haven't talked about this. Stang Mode's car. Have you guys seen it? Answer the comments. Have you seen his new car? What he's done to it? Well, it's not his new car. I was what he's done to it. I'm gonna wait for the chat to reply. Yes. So, hang on, my throat's dry.
Yeah, that is true. All the PP2s have issues with cooling on track too. All of the S550s, the dips will overheat on track. It's just, if you're going to track it and you're going to go hard at it, it's going to need a dip cooler at a minimum.
Right.
The transmissions don't overheat.
So you can go check out Stang Mode's channel, and I thought that he was just getting it wrapped until I watched, and he held this secret from me too, because believe me, I tried. Because we're boys, and I tried to get the insight, but he wouldn't give it up. Anyway, it is insane. I thought that it was just going to be a full wrap, and because that's kind of what the conversation that existed before was, just do something different. And he got rid of the half wrap. He's going to do the full wrap, and then I see in the videos they're like spraying, like clearing over this stuff. I'm like, oh my god, he is painting this car, and yes. It is an actual paint job. So it reminds me of the Misty, not saying it is Misty Chrome, it reminds me of a Misty Chrome. It's like blue, purple, and black, with the black accents and stuff. And I think it is hot. And my phone, that's Speed Addict 731.
Process in general though, because the GT500 I was really hoping would come in grabber blue, because that's what I wanted to spec it in. So there's always the option of wrapping it, but like we talked about, I mean, the gloss wraps, they're just not, there as far as paint, glossiness.
We should get him on the phone.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But I'm curious too, like if, maybe I'm sure a lot of other people want to know as well, what does it cost to get something like that done?
I'm gonna see if he's.
I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but that is a peelable coating, so it looks just like paint. And,
right.
The clear is glossy, just like regular auto clear would be, but it's actually a peelable coating. So
I'm gonna see if he'll answer me.
Definitely something that I'd be interested in on a brand new car.
He might not answer me. We'll see. If my phone would ring. It's not doing anything.
Xander, what are your thoughts on the Hellcat Red Eye overhyped?
No, I don't think it's overhyped. I think it's another cool thing. I think the red eye is. I mean, I would buy one. Absolutely. You got 797 horsepower. But you could also just buy a Hellcat or a used Hellcat and then, sink a lot of, not a whole lot of money into it, but 90,000 for the red eye is just dumb. I think $90,000 for a lot of vehicles is dumb. I mean, that's $90,000. Plus ADM, it's definitely going to have some added markup value there. You have reached the voicemail box. Oh, of course he's not going to answer. Let me see. Can you call in? I'm live. We'll see. But Staying Mode's car, I really want to get him on the phone so we can get like why he did that. I know that he likes purple and black and stuff like that, but because I know he had some influence into it. But I think that the car looks hot. It's definitely going to turn some heads. It's very, very different. And I think it's going to be very big for his channel. Honestly, I think that people are going to be like, oh my God, what in the world has this guy done? And
I'm just really impressed with how well that coating looks. The finish on it really looks like base coat, clear coat.
Yeah, the company that did this is called Custom Coatings, and they did a phenomenal job on that. I mean, like I said, he kept it a secret from even me. And when I had to watch it, just like you guys did, and it was great. But Purple Rain Special Edition Mustang, yeah. So I read in one of the comments that somebody left on his channel that said call it King Cobra, because I think that there might be a name change for the car coming soon, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. Okay, he's out to dinner, so we're not going to bug him. Just replying back. I'm going to say that we were talking trash about him, and then he'll have to watch an hour and 16 minutes of live to get to this point. Anyway, so yeah, hey, Alex, Spooling Up Performance, he's in here. We were talking mad shit about you earlier, so you're going to be like everybody else. You're going to have to dig through the past hour and a half to figure out what we said, and watch the ads. Watch all of the ads, because I don't think that Alex, I don't even think I told you yet, unless you saw my Instagram post, what happened to my car. So if you guys are just joining in, yeah, there's going to be a big video coming out next couple of days. It might be tomorrow, it might be Monday. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how lazy I am. But what happened to this car? And it's you're going to watch it and probably be like, oh my God, it's not that serious. But I don't.
It's a brand new car.
It's a brand new car. Well, it's that one spot.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's just going to gradually get worse over time. So all super chat money is going towards the car. The only hint that I've given away, well, you can go to my Instagram and see it, but you won't get the full story till the video. But I can tell you the only hint is my belly pan is cracked to hell in like 3 different places. It's bad. So I'm definitely going to need a new one of those. There's no way I can. Yeah, super glue and duct tape is not going to fix this. Not the belly pan. I mean, I could probably get away with it. I could drive it. It's still drivable. I didn't. It's not wrecked. It's not totaled or nothing like that. It's just it's that one piece of the bumper that I think is going to cause me some trouble down the road. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna
bust out the JB Weld on. I was just gonna say that.
No, I was actually I go to YouTube for everything, so I was searching like how do I fix a bumper, and JB the plastic JB Weld I think is what I'm gonna have to do, the epoxy stuff.
We use epoxy in the body shop,
so right? So that's what I'm gonna have to do. How I mean, it's pretty tough.
Oh, it's very tough. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to do 146 mile an hour because that's the last speed that I saw was 146 plus. And is when it happened. And I'm gonna tell you something though, at 146 mile an hour, that thing was purring. It was settled to the ground, and it didn't feel like it was dying at all. That thing was gonna. Rob Shoemaker has woke that car up with that E85 and the other mods we've done to the car. I mean, that thing moves out.
I still got it riding it.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love it. Well, that might be a bad idea because you're gonna be like, I want all this stuff.
Well, I got nitrous.
That's true. You do have nitrous. So,
but yeah, I'm gonna have to add a tune and all that stuff anyway. So I'm gonna want it.
Is it the side tabs on the bumper next to the bumper fenders? It's all of the tabs are good. It has something to do with the shape of the bumper ripping. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna have to do something. Delete the belly pan. No, I can't do that. But
what do you mean by GT500 nitrous shot? There's some cool stuff.
Can't talk. The Cervini's lower grille does not play well with high speed. There's some brackets, and it's in the video. I'll explain. I'll be honest with you. When you watch the video, it's. I was out there and I got out of the car and I was so pissed. And then I picked up the phone and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look at it!" And I seem like I'm so calm on the camera, but inside I'm screaming, you know. But I try to make it as perfect. Well, I mean, people that saw like the car crash when the guy backed into my door, they're like, "You were so calm and cool headed."
I would have lost my mind.
Oh, I did. I tell people, I'm like, "Thank you. Yes, I tried to be as nice as possible." Look, you guys have no idea what happened before I picked up the camera. The guy was terrified of me. I got out because this is a brand new car. It's like 30 days old. Just had a great week at Mustang Week, and then the whole door is just nuts, and it just caved in. So yes, I let him know how I felt, and then at that point, I grabbed the camera, and then everything was, you know, professional somewhat at that point. Because I mean, let's be honest, it's a car. It was an accident. You know, could it have been avoided? Yes, but life goes on. Life is too short to just, you know, whatever. So they're finishing each other's sentences. I'm reading through some GT350 front fascia. I've seen some of those, but they don't make them for the 18 plus. The headlights are different and all that. So, but they do look good. But I don't know. It's kind of these days. If you put like a Cobra front end, like an 0304 Cobra front end on like a 2-valve Mustang, like it's acceptable. But back in the day, it was not. Like if you put any part of
it's more the badging that pisses me off.
The badging up, yeah, the up badging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The false badging is what's.
See, in 2000 and 2007, 2008, I had a 2002 GT, and there's some video on my YouTube, but not a whole lot because this is like way before. And that car, I bought it as a 2002 GT. It was red, and I deployed to Iraq for 15 months. And before, so we got all that money. Plus, I had just re-enlisted, and this was back when they were throwing money for re-enlistment. So they're like, "Oh, here's another $20,000." I was like, "Cool." So what I did was I took my 2002 GT. I bought a rolled, all the guts and everything out of a rolled 03 Cobra convertible. Mm-hmm. It had like 17,000 miles on it. And it was clean. I bought the IRS, the wiring harness, everything. And then we swapped it all into the GT.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. And then we threw about $30,000 at it. Yeah. It ended up being gutted and caged, and it was a 10-second car. I mean, it was a fast car, but
I want to build a 9901 Cobra Coyote swap. Like that's like the project I would love to do.
Yeah. But that car was a humongous monster build that me and a friend of mine did. And if had I been on YouTube back then, I mean, I was the only one doing what I was doing, but I didn't know anything about YouTube. I wasn't filming it. But anyway, that was a fun car. But so why I'm putting my phone on silent.
The latest we did was a 100 shot. That was a video we did with Xander, and then we had that malfunction with the window switch. So I got to send that window switch back. I'm just being lazy. I haven't had time to get that window switch off and mail it back out to NX. So as soon as I get that, we're going to go up to the 150 shot.
So the headlights, the old headlights on the new 500, the reason that it has the old headlights is because it has wider fenders. And also the slope of the hood and everything.
It's because of the GT350 radiator support.
Yes.
The lowered radiator support, so it sits down lower than it does on the 18 car.
Right. So that is would not work with the new headlights. They could have made new headlights and redesigned them since they redesigned everything else. But honestly, like the car is in person, the only thing that's really aggressive about it is the front end and the hood to me. Like if you bought like the base model 500 from the side, it's got wider fenders. It's a wider car. It's got more aero, but it's not like because I got asked this today too. Is like, what do you think about it in person? I was like, it's cool. I mean,
I think it's definitely more aggressive. I mean, everybody always says that with pictures, it doesn't serve it any justice.
Right.
But I think it's definitely more aggressive and like wider.
It is
sharper looking in person.
It looks
doesn't come through photos.
Seeing it in person, it looks like it wants to eat you.
Yeah, it's really, really like wide and just aggressive.
Yeah.
Really big, open, sharp edged. I mean, best way to describe it.
Yeah. So that's why it had the old lights. I can't speak.
Not really. I haven't decided much on color on the GT500 yet. I'm still kind of waiting to see all of the colors. The ones they mentioned so far, I guess, are just supposed to be new colors for this year. So wait and see what all the colors look like. I may end up getting black and doing something like Stang Mode did. We'll see. I really would like grabber blue, to be honest.
Yeah. They haven't actually come out and said colors yet, have they?
No, they just mentioned new colors.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be. There's still so much, and we don't know anything. That's what we learned at the reveal was like. Okay, we'll learn nothing new. We just got to see it in person. That was really cool.
I expected was going to happen.
Love the videos. Thank you guys all so much for the support. If you're just coming into the chat, we're going to be talking about upcoming events here soon, and we get about 30 minutes or so left. Is probably what we're going to do. We'll probably cut it at about 2 hours. But we've talked about some of the stuff that happened with my car today, and not in a good way. So all super chat money will be going towards fixing that. But we talked about the 500 a little bit. Talked about power adders. I want to say this too, because I see your message there. If I have been able to influence any of you guys to go out and buy 18, 19 Mustangs or any of your Mustangs, it doesn't matter, a Mustang, that is awesome. It's really cool to be able to be an influence. You know what I mean? I'm just a car nerd, just like all of you guys out there. I like turning wrenches. I like going fast and doing things like that. And I like to be able to share my passion and then tell the truth and be genuine about it, I think is the word I'm looking for. Try not to be fake. The person that I am right now speaking is just how I am in person. I got some of those guys that I met today, they're like, "Oh my God, you're like a normal dude." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a normal guy." They're like, I guess because some YouTubers are like, big headed.
Yeah.
And anyway, but no, I'm just here to share my passion, and then if I can aid you or help in any way, then that is, what it's all about. I'm here to have fun, just like all of you guys are. So. Let me think. Let me read.
Yeah, it's a struggle to come up with content during the winter, man. I wish we could be out there at the track every day bringing you guys content, but right now we're just trying to fill it in.
Well, it's winter, and Tennessee has been like raining every other day, and it can be a very big struggle. If you were doing YouTube, if you're doing like 2 videos a month, or maybe once a week or something like that, even sometimes once a week can be difficult. Depending on what your job,
if you have a job,
yep.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
And then constantly going out there and doing things. On my channel, we do 2 to 3 videos a week,
which is very hard.
It's extremely hard to look. I be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing 2 weeks from now. I don't have a clue. I mean, I have some, but nothing's like set in stone. I don't have it. Some things I have scripted, but it's not like it's doctrine. I don't know what I'm doing. But no,
I come up with my next video after I finish the one that I'm currently.
Well, my problem is
usually don't even have maybe I have one other video
right now. My problem is that I will film something and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold on to this video till like Monday or a couple of days or whatever, space them out, and then I'm like, oh my god, I just want to drop it, and then I upload the video, and then I'm like, crap, I shouldn't have done that.
I'm usually needing to get a video out, so I'm like, by the time I have one ready to go edited, it's like, go
yeah.
get it out there.
But right now I'm sitting on 2 videos that you guys haven't seen yet. And one of them will go live either tomorrow or Monday, probably Monday. Yeah, probably Monday.
Stang mode and tunnel chaser don't want none of that, man.
Yeah, the winter sucks for everybody, especially like all those guys that live up north. I mean, there's not so much you can do in the snow. But the install videos, those are easy. They're I can do it in my garage. I don't have to go anywhere. But some of the stuff, like when we travel and all that, I mean, you think about it: airplane money or gas money, food, hotels, shelter, all of that costs a lot of money. And I'm definitely spending more money than I'm actually getting out of YouTube at this point. I'm still.
I would say that holds true for probably anybody under 100,000 subs. I mean,
yeah. Some of the content takes a lot of money to feed the channel. You got to constantly pump into it, but it's what it is. That's what we do, and it's kind of like a business. I mean, you want to see it grow, so you got to invest in yourself. You invest in your product
because it has the same type of model as far as investing into it.
Right,
it's time to grow it.
Yep. Let's see, Mustang royalty. Yeah, so Serpent lives like an hour away. So we're going to start doing this a little bit more often. And if you guys like these live chats, I mean, we're all about it. I know that he's a big supporter of it. And, we've held on to, I've still got 55 people in the chat right now, and we've been live for an hour and a half. So we got about 30 more minutes, but I mean, that's pretty awesome. So let me dig through some comments real quick. Upgrades cost too much. Yeah.
Yeah, go to Tunnel Chaser's channel and remind him that he's supposed to do a track day with me in April. So everybody go to Tunnel Chaser's channel and make sure you keep bugging him about tracking that 350R.
I think it's really cool. Look, this person's from Australia.
Yeah. I love seeing that when people are like India.
It's not just
from Germany.
Yeah, it's not just the United States. I mean, we're influenced because the Mustang is a global it's a world car now.
It's the most loved car in the world, like through
social
media.
It's so crazy. Like you look at
Facebook
I look at like a 2SS Camaro, and I'm like, that thing has so much tech and it's such a nice car.
Yeah.
Why does the Mustang outsell the crap out of it? Because it's a great looking car.
It's the following. It's definitely the following. I would never make a bias statement and saying, oh, well, it's just a better car. No, it's the following. The Mustang has a community and a following.
A heritage, that history. Tunnel Chaser is live right now as well. Really? Warfighter, $5. Hell yes. Have a cigar on me. I appreciate that. It's either going to go towards a cigar or a belly pan for the car because it's broken in like 3 different places, but we'll see. But thank you so much.
I would recommend the Recaros to anybody that's, under 280 pounds, I'd say, seems to be the mark where people start to say it's really uncomfortable or, kind of gets into your lats there.
I love the Recaros.
Yeah.
And then until my wife, she's like, oh my God, you spent $1,600 to lose heated and cooled seats.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, but I mean, it's a great seat.
I love the Recaros.
I do too. And you have the red.
I prefer the feeling of being like hugged by your seat. Like to me, a comfy seat's not like a bench cushy.
I agree. I'm the same way.
I like to be wrapped up in my seat.
I sit that way in the car too. I sit like up proper and like ready to attack. Like I look, my eyes are just, I'm like this vicious animal riding in this beast, this symbiote named Carnage. Anyway, but no, I like the seats. That's why I got them. And you have I almost went with the red Recars in mind, but I like them.
Love those red Recaros.
Definitely worth the money. I do wish that at a bare minimum they were heated, but because I have a heated steering wheel, why can't I have heated Recaros? But anyway, my doggies are coming over here. I have 2 dogs and
TGPR. Yeah, I'm sitting here petting the dog here.
I have 2 dogs and 2 cats.
TGPR is a Talladega Grand Prix, and that's in it's just outside of Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, it's not far.
Yeah. No, it's only about 3 hours, 3.5 hours from here.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
What is Tunnel Chaser talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about over there.
Where's Tunnel Chaser?
They said that Tunnel Chaser is live right now. Be back.
Trying to get in on our mojo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Tunnel Chaser doesn't watch my stuff anyway. But I actually support Tunnel Chaser. I wish, but he never comments on my stuff. So when you watch this Tunnel Chaser, if you ever, which you never will, but where's the love? Please don't eat when you're live. He's eating. Yeah, I kind of agree. Unless you're wrapping up the video or something like that, you take the first bite, like Tunnel Chaser saying they do on their podcast. The breaking bread thing, that's cool, but because they're hanging the phone up basically at the end of it. But I think if you're eating in front of somebody and you're talking, I think that's kind of rude. But that's just me. I mean, I'm drinking something, but I have to hydrate. You know what I mean? But I'm not eating, shoving my face. But whatever, everybody, it doesn't matter. Eating sushi and having. I mean, sushi sounds really good right now.
That does sound
yeah.
Good.
But
some hibachi after this.
Yeah. Let me read. I'm looking at buying my first Mustang, so it's all very exciting here. Yep. Hopefully, yeah. Lulu, come on, dogs, go. Go lay down.
Oh, he gave you a dirty look.
I mean, look, I will come over there and spank you. Your fat body. She's Lulu, what are you doing? She's you can't see her, but she is a red-nosed short stack pit, and she's just a big baby. And then we have a big boy pit over here as well. Why is everybody going live at the same time? I don't know. I mean, we were here.
Steal our mojo.
The thing is, we were here first, so stay on this channel. We've been live for an hour. Please, Lulu, can you put them outside, please? No. Yeah, Xander, are you getting the GT500? I am not getting the GT500. I cannot afford the GT500. If I didn't have my Mustang and I could afford it, yeah, I would definitely buy it. Absolutely. But the thing is, for me, I wouldn't want to modify it a whole lot. And I like to be able to tinker with things and change things, you know. So the Mustang GT for me is kind of where it's at. So if I had a GT350 or a 500, I mean, I'd be afraid to touch it. I would do like power mods, but I wouldn't do different front lips and, vents and, and all that.
Some of that stuff, yeah, like some of the aesthetic stuff, like, yeah. I kind of agree with that, yeah. I'm never one to be afraid to mod something, though, just because it's a special edition or anything like that. A Cobra doesn't bother me. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. I'm reading some of your comments.
Yes, it's $160 per driver to go to the TGPR event, and I believe there's only about 10 spots left. So if you want to get one, hit me up on Instagram.
What is my name and what is Stangmo's name? My first name is Alex, and we spell it Xander because it's Alexander, but ALEXAND. I guess I should have done XANDER 13, but Z is kind of just my thing, and it's a little different. So that's why we did that. And I was born on Friday the 13th. So Xander 13. There it is. Stangmo's first name is Eco Beast. No, I know his first name, but I cannot tell you that. He likes to keep his first name hush. So anyway, I'm watching 3 live streams right now. Wow. What are they talking about in there?
Yeah, you should come out, Nick.
Besides eating, what are they doing?
Light S550, come on out, man. It'd be fun.
After regular, I don't know. We were here first. Our live chat matters more. We have 20 minutes left, so then you can go watch all theirs. But
they said they were going live on the 3rd.
Stangmo's car. Oh, Thanos. That's a cool name. Stangmo's probably going to super chat. Grey Ghost, take your belly pan. What now?
That's incorrect.
Who? I didn't hear you.
He said Stangmo's first name is Lamont.
No, very far from that. Take your belly pan to a good body shop. They can weld plastics. I think that it could be. Tell you what, This is what we'll do with that $10. We're going to go to the store. We're going to buy some plastic JB Weld. I'm not taking it to anybody else. I will do it. I will make a video and see if it works, because now that you've done that, or you've said that, I think that maybe it could be. You're going to see in the video when it comes out, but I think that maybe possibly it could be fixed with some plastic weld. But I did not even think of that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for saying that. That's why we do this. We help each other out.
Yeah, the differential cooling on the GTs, it is an issue. If you haven't really been out on track before, and you're kind of like, if you're a novice, I would just go ahead and take your car out. You probably make it through 20-minute sessions, no problem. But at worst case scenario, I know Full Tilt Boogie Racing makes a diff cooler setup for it. That's not too bad, and that really should be the only real issue you would have on track in a GT.
Yeah, sounds like all they're doing on their other live chats is just eating. How do I donate, peeps? There is at the bottom of the chat, there's like a funky looking dollar sign thing, and that is your super chat. And that will allow you to, it has this bar that you can click and then drag, and it will set the amount that you want to give. And you can do it that way, if that's what you're asking. I also have, I don't promote this very often. I have Patreon and, like one-time donations and all that stuff, but I don't push that. I'm not that guy that's like, you better pay me $4.99 or I'm not going to comment. That's not me.
No responses without super chats, guys.
Yeah, I don't play that game. I appreciate any super chats, but I'm not asking for them. Stake mode's on Homeland Security watch list. Oh gosh.
YouTubers make a lot of videos.
I mean, the last time that we filmed together, I had a long beard and I trimmed it up. But
yeah, he pulls off the look a little better than you.
I mean, I'm pretty white. I'm pretty, and I have tattoos like everywhere, all over my body. A Mustang GT with MagnaRide, or should I get Air Ride? It depends on what you want. If you want MagnaRide or an Air Ride. MagnaRide is cool because it reads the imperfections in the road and adjusts to very, very, very quickly. And the cool thing about magnetic ride is, like, for me, when I'm in like normal drive mode, I still feel like the car's a little bit sloppy. But when I put it in like Sport Plus, I mean, the car is it's like driving something completely different. It's really fun. And it handles really well. But Air Ride would be a totally separate thing, I think. MagnaRide is definitely worth it. I think it's like $1,600 if you're buying the car new. When I was ordering mine, that was like one of the options that I had to have. I had to have magnetic ride. Active exhaust, I would have given up. And sometimes I feel like I should have because I hate. Anyway, but it's really nice when you have like long tube headers, because you can put the thing into quiet mode, and then we'll do a video of it so you guys can actually hear it. But you can completely shut the car up, and so it's not loud. So if you're at midnight driving around and you just don't want to hear it because you're about to fall asleep, or maybe the loud noise actually you do want to hear it because it'll keep you awake. But whatever. Magnetic ride is what I would do.
The base GT 350 was a mistake in my opinion. And including the tech packs and stuff, originally they didn't have I don't know if you're aware, but the base model did not come with a trans cooler or a diff cooler. And I've had those cars on track without them, and they literally overheat within 5 to 10 minutes on track. So definitely not a good idea to have if you want to track the car.
So yes, Salty Stang says, haha, that Stang modes thing. I can see they don't respond unless they get. Oh, look, Gabe's Addictions is in the house now. Oh, better late than never. Gabe's Addictions, shout out to him. He's got a channel. He's having a baby. That's where he's been. Okay. But he has 2018 Mustang GT, and he's been doing a lot of stuff with it. I've got a video coming out here soon. We were doing something to his car special, and it looks really good. But yeah, he's been doing a lot of family stuff. And YouTube is, at his point, still a hobby. I treat YouTube as a job. Once I hit like 10,000 subscribers, I was like, this is it. This is a job. And it's what I mean is, you know, I have other income coming in as well. So I'm not just living off of YouTube. You can't do that unless you're like 100,000, you know, or no, actually you could live in poverty with 50,000 subscribers
by yourself
with and eating ramen noodles every night.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you're 100,000 plus, YouTube's not like you have to have other money coming in. But anyway,
doesn't it seem like people think that YouTubers make a lot more than they do?
Everybody on YouTube is rich. You didn't know that?
Yeah, it's like,
you know, yes, everybody thinks that we're all like loaded, and no, that's not true. We're actually all in debt. If you were to look at my finances, you would have a heart attack.
Instagram is serpent_stang, so the same as YouTube, just with an underscore in between.
And Gabe's channel is Gabe's_addictions. And that will take you to his channel. But anyway, he's a veteran like me. You guys may not have, you know, I don't know if you know that or not, but yeah, I was in the Army and all that, and did that for like 14 years. So it was a lot of fun. Reading, it's the truth.
That's kind of a catch-22 because if they go all-wheel drive to accommodate the weight, it's going to add a lot more weight. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to go that direction with the Mustang. I think they'll keep it a rear-wheel drive platform.
Oh, you talking about like all-wheel drive Mustang?
Yeah. But there has been some rumors out there, and there's been some things that may point towards that. I know there was recently another one of those patent documents released that showed basically a front-wheel drive transaxle.
God.
That they, you know, put some
it's
kind of
like
who knows what it's for.
It's like the damn 4-door Mustang rumors.
Yeah. Well, some of them I feel like are started just out of thin air, just to get, you know,
a hybrid Mustang. I'm on board with. If it's not full electric, there's no drawbacks to a hybrid. It's more power, and it comes on faster. It's electrically assisted. So I'm all for like a hybrid because in a V8, I'm not talking about let's take a 4-cylinder and then.
Right.
No, I'm talking about a
That's
V8.
What a lot of people think when you say the word hybrid,
they think of Prius.
A Prius.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
if they're going to use hybrid technology, it's going to be used to increase the power level of the car. That's what they're going to do.
Yes. All these guys are chit-chatting. A V8 hybrid would be, I mean, I would buy the hell out of that car. A V8 hybrid? Are you kidding me? It would have a lot more torque down low is what it would have.
Right.
I mean, look at like, I know like Chevy trucks, I don't know before, but Chevy has their e-assist with the Silverados.
Also, it would give them the ability to have seamless power. I mean, in theory, you could create a flatline power band with a hybrid engine because you can have the electric power kind of come in and go away as the engine's power is raising.
Yes.
So you could have literally a flatline horsepower.
Yeah.
Which would be badass.
I'm all for it. I don't know about an all-wheel drive Mustang. I mean, I like all-wheel drive power. Believe me. I'm a big fan of like Subarus and like the GTR and all of that. I mean, those things are animals. But the Mustang, it's not ever been that. The Mustang's always been a pony, you know, rear-wheel drive car. So I'm not really sure how I feel about an all-wheel drive system. But anyway, a V10 Coyote, yeah, let's do it. A V10 Coyote, why not? Whipple, God bless. Yes, Boost is coming this year. Hell or high water, the car will get boosted somehow. I might be divorced when it happens, but no, I'm just kidding. It's going to come. Well, the electric, full electric, like Tesla, like he's saying, you know, I'm against a full electric car because you can't hear them.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest reasons why you buy. Let's be honest. Why do you buy a V8?
You buy it for the sound, the performance.
The number one thing I think is sound.
Yeah.
It's not torque, it's not power because you can attain that with the smaller engines.
Nowadays.
Yeah,
that's very true.
But a lot of it comes down to the noise that thing makes when you get on it.
I know a lot of people, for example, my EcoBoost F-150, a lot of people won't buy it just for that reason.
Right.
People buy the Coyote, even though really arguably the 3.5 EcoBoost is the better
motor
in that truck.
The 3.5 gets it too.
Coyotes just for that one simple reason.
It's just you want to hear it. You want to put exhaust on it, and you want to hear that thing scream. Yeah. So because you can make an EcoBoost as fast as a GT. Really, I mean,
yeah,
you can. I mean,
fast.
but it's not going to sound the same. So
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, they do. They sound crazy. Let's see here. The all-wheel drive model. Well, somebody said Stang Mode's name is Barney because he's got a purple Mustang now. I like what he's done. I tried to get him on the phone if you just joined the chat, but he's out eating, so I didn't want to disturb him. But
they can go live.
But apparently they're live right now eating. So I mean, we're supposed to, if they're watching or if they hear, go to their chats and to keep mine open, but go to their chat and be like, hey,
keep mine open.
Yeah.
Go to their
ask like, I don't know. I just wanted to get his opinion on like what motivated him to do like those colors and,
I
the
got
design.
some questions too. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I'm curious because how much it might cost one to do that.
Stang Mode's not on there. Oh, okay, it's just Tunnel Chaser doing it. Is he still eating or is he full? Is he done? What is he doing? Eating? He's still eating sushi. He's just anyway. So upcoming events. The track's going to be opening up soon. Hopefully, I don't know, but hopefully by the first event, I will be on a drag pack. That's the plan anyway. So I've got some shopping around to do and all of that. And then hopefully we can make that happen. That way we can just
shoot for 10s.
Yeah, we can just hit the ground running is what we want to do. And I think I kind of want to do stock tires as well, because I still want to be able to tell that story, because not everybody has a drive. Here's something I like to do in my videos. I don't like to do just things. I like to do stuff that everybody can do. So everybody can do headers. Everybody can do, an intake and a tune, and everybody can go to the track. But not everybody has, front runners and, big sticky tires in the back. Maybe
most people just throw a drag radial in the back.
Right. You do a drag radial and then that's it. But I kind of want to do like maybe the first one with, at some point, at least during the first month, a stock tire run on the Michelin 4S tires, and maybe like 25 psi with the power bonds that we have. I imagine it's going to spin all the way down the track, but it's not going to hook for nothing. But it'll be fun, and it will tell that story. And anyway, Tunnel Chaser says that I suck and that my channel is boring. I mean, that's fine. That's okay. That's whatever. I'll do me, and that's why you guys are watching me right now and not him. we'll just say that. You can go report that I said that.
Who's got more subs?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been this past month has been like huge for the channel, and it's really motivated me to like do big things. And so hopefully we have a big year, and we continue to. A lot of this is word of mouth. Hey, did you hear about this channel? Hey, did you hear about this channel? What did he do or whatever? Word of mouth goes a long way when spreading. So hopefully you guys will like me enough to be able to do that a little bit, and then share some of the videos. But we do want to see the Xander 13 channel grow, obviously, because it's a lot of fun, and we want to have more fun. So more content. That's all. That's what it's going to turn out to. I am in this for the long haul. So let's see. Tunnel Chaser has no. Well, I mean, yeah, Salty Stang, you're absolutely right. Honestly, like I like Vinny. This is about to get personal, I feel like. I like Vinny. I like his content. I think he's really stepped it up. I think the GT350R is a better fit for him. I before his videos with the Demon, it was like, it's another, whatever. But with the GT350R, it seems like he's having a lot more fun with it. And but hanging out with those guys in person, they're all great. But let's be honest, we're all sub suckers.
Oh, absolutely. What do you think I'm doing
here? we all want to be bigger. We all want to grow.
My favorite tire for the track is Hoosier R7s, or I mean, if you don't mind burning them out in 1 weekend, the A7s are a little bit stickier. They'll run even a little faster, but the Hoosier R7s, I mean, It's like a cat on carpet. That's the way I like to put it.
So the drag radio. Why not? Why?
Tire.
Oh, track tire.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, you got all those track guys over there.
Yeah.
I got all the drag racers on my side. Anyway.
Hey, I try to cater to both, you know?
Yes, I like to do my own work. And the reason for that is to basically teach you how to save money is the end goal there. If my idiot self can do it, then you can do it. You can do headers on jack stands. It's not that hard, but you don't go spend $1,000 to do headers. Don't do it. Watch my videos, watch CJ Pony Parts videos, watch LMR, watch all those guys, watch everybody on YouTube on how to install stuff. Do it yourself, save some money, take your time, be careful doing it. It is a lengthy process for headers as an example, but anyway, stop spending money when you can do it yourself, because there's more money to save, so you can buy more mods and make your car faster. I'm hoping my Fox set up and running. I would like to have a Fox Mustang. I did Stang Mode's headers. Well, I started to do Stang Mode's headers, and Boosted Addictions started. It kind of took over, and then I sat back and just filmed, and then we ran into some hiccups. But I will tell you that I can do headers on jack stands in 7 hours. I've done it a couple of times. It's possible. Yeah, doing a clutch. You can do anything on jack stands. It's just you just lay on your back. I mean, it's more work, but installed Whipple myself. Wouldn't touch long tubes. I'd shoot myself. Long tubes. I'm telling you, the first time I did. Connor, what is that? You can't eat that. I told you no earlier.
It's mommy's.
Yes. I would say the Michelin Pilot Sport, the 4S's are a really good dual-purpose tire. That if you want something you can drive on the street and take to the track and gets really good performance and gives good feedback, the Pilot Super Sports are great. But other than that, I love Hoosiers.
See, yeah, that's a good question. Is like that versus the ET Street R, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
If you're chasing a number, dude, you need it. You know what I mean? It's kind of the thing. Like, if we're trying to hit 10s NA and it's like we know that the car needs everything it can get to do it. You know what I mean? Then you need it. But for your average everyday guy, a drag radio, the car's not traction limited with a drag radio. That's for sure. I mean, you can stomp it right off the line on a prep surface, of course.
Yes.
And it's gonna just go.
Yeah.
So really, the thing becomes the weight loss. You lose 60 pounds off the nose with the skinnies up front. So, every little drop helps when you're chasing a number. That's for sure.
Okay, we're not friends anymore, Gabe. You said you're selling the Mustang for a van.
Watching too many Boosted boys.
Boost is coming this year. Tell the young. I don't know what Stephanie's talking about.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Anyway, so the track is going to open up here soon at Beach Bend is in March. Excuse me, and I plan on being there the very, as soon as it opens, and then we're going to start rocking and rolling and hit the ground running as fast as we can, and we're going to learn. And we're going to get some seat time. We're going to figure out what to do, what not to do, and we're going to learn the car more. And we're going to have a lot of fun, tell that story, and then add power, and then all of that. So it's going to be fun. But I'm the virgin here, really. Honestly, a lot of you guys in this chat have been doing racing for a lot longer than I have, and modding cars a lot longer than I have. So I should be seeking advice from all of you, which is one of the reasons why we do these live chats, so we can have that conversation. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. But other than that, other events, I would like to be able to travel around a little bit this year too, and get the crew together and do some events, and then go out there and ultimately hang out with all of you guys. Is the end result there is to have fun. I can go down the street and have fun, but
so
I want to be able to meet people.
Like, no, we're going to do this year. We got the March 30th thing at TGPR. That's going to be the first track.
There is.
When does the track open? The drag strip.
I gotta
each
find.
event, I think.
I gotta find early March.
I could probably look
Well,
it up.
there's Speed Addict 731. Go follow him.
The Ford Takeover.
Ford Takeover. We're doing that absolutely. Mustang Week is going to be massive this year. It's going to be huge. So, and then other than that,
Yeah, definitely
there's
Mustang Week. Yep.
there's a lot of events, and they all happen up in the Northeast.
There's a lot of events down south too, but yeah,
There is.
you mean like in our area, yeah. Like
Well, there's Texas 2K
there's not a lot
and
going on right now.
like
You
in
get NMRA World Finals.
That's
another
true.
event we'll definitely be at NMRA World Finals. That's towards the end of the year, guys.
I'll do Camaro Fest. Well, last year they brought Camaro Fest here.
I think they do like an LS Fest and stuff here.
Right, yeah.
Beachman and all that.
See, I do all that stuff. It's not just always Mustangs. I like all cars. So that's what we did last year. Is we went to everything. Would you consider buying a Cobra Jet intake in your quest for 10s? Yes, I've actually started to read up on a Cobra Jet intake, and trying to learn more about it. But that is something that I've actually been thinking about. I don't know what kind of what. Maybe you can answer. What do you think power wise it would add? I'll just wait for his response.
I'd say about 15 to 20.
You think 15 to 20?
Yeah, in that range. I mean,
right.
You got to remember your intake's going to start to fall off after around 7,500. The Cobra Jet will keep on pulling. So at that point, 8,000 RPMs, it will definitely probably make at least 20 more.
Yeah, that's good power. Mustang Week in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Carlisle is going to go on, but the nice thing is that we live in Tennessee, so we're like in the middle of like all this stuff. But the bad thing is that we live in Tennessee and there's all this stuff everywhere else. And so you're talking about traveling, and I don't have a truck and a trailer.
And my biggest thing is I don't like to travel really far for just a car show. Right. Like Mustang Week, they have the drag racing, they have the little autocross day, little speed runs around the speedway.
Right.
I mean, it's awesome event in general.
Yeah.
Spend a week at the beach. Like it's a great time. But
like
I don't necessarily want to drive like 8 hours to Pennsylvania for nothing but a car show.
Right. The American Muscle Show, for example, it's a one-day event. So you drive all the way up there and you spend one day, you turn around, you come home.
Exactly.
No. If I went up there, then I would just hang out at Stangmode's house for like a week, but just to make it worth it. But that's what makes Mustang Week so awesome, is because you're going out there for the entire week. And this year we plan on doing it big. Like we did it big last year, but with the condo and all that stuff. But last year was cool because like JD Joyride was like walking distance from where we were sleeping. And it was a lot of fun. But this year is going to be
opens in 3 weeks, 6 days, and 15 hours.
Oh, it's telling you by the second. It's telling you by the second. That's awesome. That way we can be ready. We got to get a helmet too.
I got extra.
Well, I know, but I want my own.
Yeah,
what size is the one that I used?
Medium.
Is medium? Okay, that's what I need to order then. Like $200. So that's where also super chat money is going to go into. I guess is a helmet, so we can not crack our skull like we cracked our front bumper. Oh, I said it. I gave it away. I cracked the front bumper. Yeah, you'll have to catch up on the video.
You did post a picture.
I did post a picture. If you look at the picture and you can see it. But anyway, you'll just have to stay tuned for the video. But 20 horsepower out of a Cobra Jet would be like that's like headers. That's a big number for what it is.
Yeah,
I mean honestly.
And it's going to change. I would prefer that mod over headers, because headers is just going to give you like a number, whereas the intake's going to kind of change the characteristics of the way the car, the power comes. So it's going to give you kind of like how you felt when you got the new tune and you could rev an extra 400 RPMs.
Right.
You'd be surprised what just an extra 200, 300, 400 RPMs actually, turns into enjoyment wise.
My car really feels like it just continues to pull.
Oh yeah. Like the GT350.
Yeah, it just goes.
Is this thing going to stop pulling?
Yeah, I mean the dash like is completely red. It's telling me to shift like 500 RPM, before, and it's just going, and then it will shift. And I tell you, the shifting sometimes it could be so hard that your foot will come off of the accelerator. It's a thud. It's crazy.
Those drag mode shifts in the 18 and up, for anybody that hasn't experienced, man, they are something else.
They're aggressive, especially with the new tune and all that. It's something. I want to go down. I haven't played with drag mode with the E85 yet.
Oh, really?
And the power.
Oh, I bet it's nasty.
Yeah. I'm hoping that my car is going to be close to 500 in A on the dyno.
I think it'll be. I don't think it'll hit 500, but I think it'll be really close. With what you have right now.
I think it's going to do 475.
Yeah. Well, would it make 455?
455.
Yeah, so that's.
That was with no tune revisions.
It should make 470 plus.
Yeah. I'm just saying that because if it makes less than 470, I'm going to be pissed. Or 475. If it makes more than, I'll be happy. You know, I mean, you compare that with like crank. That's wheel horsepower. So right now, I'm already 500 crank horsepower.
Yeah.
I mean, those mods really do a lot for those engines. But
I'm really curious how that would compare. Like we talked about when we did the nitrous video. Like, what would a E85 tune car do against a 50 shot of nitrous?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. We're talking about rear wheel horsepower. I should be close to it right now with the E85 long tubes catless, the Rob tune, and the intake.
Yeah, it should be close to 500 to the tires. I mean, it's not. It may not hit 500 realistically, but it should be anywhere from 470 to 480. Plus.
There's been a few people with the same exact stuff that I've done, and they've hit that 500 mark.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible.
Yes, it's possible.
Right, and dynos. That's the other thing too. Is like, oh my God, you know, look at his numbers in dyno, blah blah blah. A dyno is a tool.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day,
it's a tuning tool.
Yeah, people get a little upset about it, but anyway, let's see here. Yeah, the Cobra Jet intake. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it. I need a local YouTuber to me to do videos and live chats with. Yeah, I mean, YouTube has really opened up doors. Super chat, Speed Addict 731-4099. Supercharger fun. Let's go. Supercharger fun. Get that thing and let's install it. Hell yes. Yes. Boost money. It's all boost money right there. Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's where it's going. That's where the super chat's going to go to fix my car, and to fix my crack bumper, and then also the blower, or drag pack, you know. But anyway, I definitely appreciate it. It helps me out in more ways than you'll actually know. I mean, like $5 may not seem like a lot, but I mean, it's really a big thank you. I really appreciate it. And then definitely go follow Speed Addict 731. He has a 2017 California Special, and he's got a blower on it, and he's out there running nasty times in that thing too.
Car.
Yeah, and so he's actually local to us as well. He's about a couple hours away, and then we also have Down South Racing, and they are not too far away as well. Down South actually asked me to come out there and film with them tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah.
So, well, a couple of things I don't want to say on here, but
give up.
yeah. But anyway, to be continued though. I'm south of Nashville right now filming some. I saw your picture. Yeah, I saw your picture. Oh, look, this is what.
You're still over there, Speed Addict?
Look at that. That is what Stang Mode is eating right now. I'm
not even gonna say what that looks like.
It looks like goop and slop and rice, but it looks good. I mean, I don't know.
Is that what he's eating or what he already ate?
What is yeah? Anyway, let's get back to the chat here. Some old guy backed into reading track times. Yeah, yeah. Speed Addict, definitely go follow him, and he's going to have a big year this year as well. Can't speak. But having local YouTubers, $2. Let's go. Salty Stang. I'm sorry, $5. I can't read. More to the Boost Fund. Hell yes. Let's do it. Let's go. Boost Fund. Here we go. Mexican food is what he's eating. Mexican. Anyway, what was I talking about before I started losing my mind yelling? But yes, he's going to have that's what I was talking about. Having local YouTubers around that can hang, that you can hang out with and all that. It's good. Here where I live, there's a bunch of them. And we're all about, you know, I don't know if I'm probably the biggest, but
around here.
Yeah. But I mean, I like to be able to hang out with everybody.
Gray Ghost.
Shh. What do you say? Where'd he go?
Right there. Same thing we were talking about.
Oh, the secret. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gray Ghost. He's schooling me up on it right now, and so yeah, we're gonna explore this option. It's basically race gas.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. So I may have to do another dedicated team to that. E85 though is nice because it's still pump. I mean, you know.
I mean, yeah, for the price.
But
you can't even compare that stuff. Like C85 is freaking 12 to 15 bucks a gallon. But I mean, if you're just going to go to the drag strip and
right,
4 or 5 gallons in, which you don't even need that, but you know what I'm saying, it's not bad for one trip to the.
Oh yeah, that would pay for itself.
It's like
I mean,
65 bucks for a whole 5-gallon drum.
Yeah, I mean, it's all. You're gonna burn up tires anyway, so you might as well spend the money and have fun doing it. So, VP fuels are the way to go, or the way to do it. Let's see here. Can't wait to get my E85 tune. The E85 tune was, I'm telling you, is pretty significant. I thought it's kind of hard to feel like 20 horsepower, but I really felt the car had more low end. I could feel the car just pulling and just more eager to go. You know, at the same amount of throttle that's putting it's going faster, definitely faster. So there is power there. And I knew that it was going to be like, it was going to feel good, but
I feel like the E85 tune is most noticeable just driving. You know, not necessarily going wide open throttle and feeling the difference in power, but just normal driving and getting on it, putting it under a decent load, and you can really feel the difference in how much throttle response there is with the E85.
My wife says the only reason I have money is because she's hang on. I don't know it. Something about baby mama.
Baby mama drama.
Anyway, I'm like I put my phone on silent. So Stephanie, if you're watching, the phone's on silent. Stop it. I'll talk to you in a minute. This is cool though. Getting to just go live. We just bullshit. No, it is neat, you know. But you guys will also know that I'm a little bit less formal than some of the other YouTubers that are out there, and I think that that's good. Me personally, it could be a bad thing, and maybe that's why I don't have 50,000 subscribers. But I try to keep it more raw and real, because that's who I am in person. Is just a guy, and I'm just blessed that you guys want to be able to be a part of the channel and watch me. But E85 is E85 safe for the fuel system in a 16? You will. So the thing with the E85 and the 1819 is it has DI, your direct injection, which makes it easier. So in this other, I think the injectors are actually the same.
Pretty much all newer cars now are or can deal with ethanol content fuel. So the days of, you know, eating up all your, you know, rubber seals and all that stuff are pretty much over. All new cars can handle ethanol.
Yeah. Am I coming out? Is there any Xander merch? I have it linked in the description of the videos. It's a Teespring. I have some designs on there. I'll be honest with you, I need to pay some more attention to the designs, but Teesprings is kind of limited. I would like to find like an actual like person that we can like do things. But I'm not. I guess I just need to quit making excuses. But I need to get better at like some graphic design. But I'll tell you who has really, really good merch, and that is Street 707.
717?
Yes, 707.
Oh, Street 707. Yeah, I've seen him in the chat.
Yeah. He has really, really good merchandise, and it's all Teespring. So I need to talk to him about But he makes his stuff, and I just saw.
Can you do like intricate designs on Teespring?
I gotta
like
sneeze.
If you wanted a picture of a car on there or something, like you can do that.
Yeah, I'm about to sneeze. 15 to 17, you should use a booster pump. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have that fuel. But yeah, we'll work on some merchandise and all that stuff too. It's just mostly like I've sold a few on Teespring. And it's just, like I've thought about spending some money with a guy. We come up with a design, but I'd have to buy the stuff and then I'd ship it out, and we do it that way as an option. But I mean, I don't know how many people would buy, shirts and stuff. But I think that it needs to happen at this point. And I'd honestly be honored if you guys would wear my stuff. That'd be so cool. But where did that question go? The burble tune you just get from Rob Shoemaker, Palm Beach Dyno. He basically can take the tune that you already have and just add to it, and then I don't think it shouldn't cost you anything. I wouldn't think. I mean, I don't want to say that it's free, so I'm just saying that it's a pretty simple change. But generally speaking, when you have like a Rob tune, they're good because you can send the revisions to him as many times as needed, which I need to start doing with the E85 because today it was running like shit. Anyway,
grab yourself one of them little E85 testers and make sure you're at full E85.
It says, Xander, your wife is unplugging my Wi-Fi. I don't know why. It seems like it's pretty good over here. You guys can answer in the comments. Is my Wi-Fi good to go? It's being choppy right now. But I mentioned the last live chat that we're getting a new car, a build. I am starting to scout around for something. And anyway, it may take a little while, but I want a project car, but I don't want a beater, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't want rust. I will, I'll rip it apart, tear the carpets out.
Be a Mustang?
I don't know.
Not sure yet.
Ideally, I would like a Mustang, but I am also open to, I would, if I can find one for a good price and if I can afford it, an old Subaru STI.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love the old DSM cars, like the old, Eclipses and Talons.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
Yep.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yep. Anyway, but yes, we're looking for something, and we shall see. Oh my God. Oh, there's Stephanie's comment, because I have a baby mama. What do you mean? Well, I guess I do have a baby mama. You're my baby mama? But yes, she's actually at work right now making money. But what's up, fellas? If you're just I can't speak. If you're just joining the chat, we've been doing this for a long time, over 2 hours now. We were supposed to end it 17 minutes ago, but we've just continued on. So I guess we'll just go a little bit longer.
Why my back hurts so bad.
Yeah. But anyway, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We talked about some small damage that happened to my car today. We've talked about power adders. Talked about upcoming events. I apologize in advance if I clickbait the title. Watch it anyway. It's going to be worth it. But unfortunately, that is something. Connor, are you all right? You sound like you're dying. Drink some water. That's something that a lot of people do get butthurt about is clickbait. And I've wanted to make a video on this so bad, but I feel like it would just be like this just giant like gripe session. My take on it is that clickbait, everybody clickbaits. Like if I pull up YouTube right now and I type in, let's type in, I can type in like, what is the best flowers for my wife? And somebody will title their stuff, red roses or purple roses are the best flowers for your wife. And here's why, or here's why you're, blah, blah, blah. Those are clickbait titles. They are keyworded to draw you in. It's a call to action. Exactly. There's a difference between clickbait and a lie.
Exactly. And people intertwine those two into one term and just call it all clickbait when that's not so. I mean, I do advertising for a living, so clickbait is something I deal with on a regular basis, and you don't operate an advertising company without clickbaiting.
Everything's
lying, which a lot of YouTubers do. We won't mention any names, but completely lying and saying, you know, putting a title to a video of something that didn't even happen is, you know, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I can't believe I traded my car and then you didn't trade your car. That's a lie.
Or I totaled my car and you cracked your mirror.
If you might know what we're talking about here. Anyway, but everything's clickbait. Look behind me. Look at this GT350 sign. That's clickbait. Look, they're driving on the track. I want to do that. So I'm going to be. They're enticing me to go in there and spend money on this super awesome car that I probably would never do. You know, a lot of stuff. I can't do that. These guys are professional drivers. He would kick my butt on the track. You know, but it is what it is. But yeah, there's a difference between lying and clickbait, and a lot of people just you motor tube. Yes.
Hey, you said it.
Yeah. Look, I'll just leave. I'll just shut my mouth. I won't say anything. I'll just say that
we already know motor tube's your best bud.
Yeah. Used to watch that guy until he started lying. I don't mind clickbaiting. Right, everybody does it. You know, all the new, I mean, everything.
And I'll even give somebody one every once in a while. Like if you want one video a month, you know, so you could get your channel like noticed or whatever, fine. But when you do it every single video,
right?
Come on.
Yeah, it's like
because now you have subscribers, and those subscribers are the ones you're pissing off.
If I go to Walmart and I'm buying milk, what am I going to buy? Because you have different brands there. Well, I generally buy Walmart milk because it's freaking like $2 and some change. But you know, if you were anywhere else, or you're looking for butter and you're not worried about money, you're looking for the best product, and you're looking at organic butter. Well, and you've got 4 or 5 different brands. Who are you going to pick? Which one are you going to choose? If they were all cost the same, let's say, because YouTube all costs the same, generally, because it just takes your time, not your money. But which one do you pick? We're going to pick the one that looks better. That's the way clickbait is. It's just, yes, we want you to click on the thumbnail, but lying is completely different. And that is something I do not support. I think you should just be honest about it. The unfortunate thing is that guy has 60-some thousand subscribers.
That is, you know what though? That is what is unfortunate, because it's unfortunate that to really make it on YouTube,
you have to be a turd.
You gotta be a turd.
Yeah, nice guys. Nice guys don't finish don't finish first. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because everybody that, like, you guys are here watching, and everybody that watches me, I would rather have my smaller community that I interact with. Like, we're having a conversation. I'm not asking for money. I'm not doing anything stupid. We're talking about cars. You know what I mean? We're having fun. We're hanging out, and that's what it should be about. And I'm gonna just keep going and talking about it. But anyway. I love all of you guys, and that's why I do this. But whatever. You know, but I do appreciate, honestly, I do respect his grind. The dude does get out there and hustle.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Daily videos, I mean, I would lose my mind. I mean, and
he has the tools and the car. I mean, to not do that is the thing.
If I had the YouTube income, you know, nobody really does YouTube to get to make, you know, tons of money, because I mean,
you won't make it long. Like,
that's not realistic.
You can't get into it like that.
That's not realistic.
It has to be enjoyable. It has to be a hobby.
You know, does YouTube pay for my gas and you know, a couple things here and there at the end of every day? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, now it does. But think about how long you kept grinding, putting out videos, and seeing that you made 3 cents on one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are a bunch of my videos, like my last video that I just did. It's dead. I mean, it's got 3,000 views or something. Nobody cares about it.
That's a good video for me.
Well, I mean, but that's just what YouTube is. And then how well they spread, you know, if you trigger the algorithm correctly and all that stuff. I don't know. There's nobody understands that mess. But it's very hard to be successful on YouTube. It takes a long time to grow. And then you just have a couple of videos that eventually go nuts. And then that's what happens. So anyway, I'm digging through some comments now. Yeah. We talked about clickbait, and I went on a rant. I'm sorry. I apologize. Look at your phone. You need this. What did you send me? You sent me something? Oh, yeah. That's what Speed Addict just sent me.
Nice.
I mean, that's what you're doing right now. Is that what you're filming? I'm a little jealous. Yeah, that's a twin turbo setup there. I can only see one turbo. I'm assuming it's twins, not a single. Yes, Alex, we're still live. We were supposed to end 24 minutes ago, and it didn't happen. Anyway, but we're still holding on to 30 people. But I guess we can start to wrap it up. Everybody hating on MotorTube. Look, I don't hate the guy. I don't know him, for one. I'm not like that. I just don't appreciate every time, like his last video. I think it was like, did I trade in my Mustang, or did I sell my Mustang, or whatever? Here's the truth. Like, that's a clickbait title, but that's a clickbait title, and it wasn't a lie. That I watched it, and I was like, okay. And I actually watched that video, and I usually don't watch them, but I've watched some where he's like, well, I'm trading this in or whatever. And he goes and he's just looking at a dealership at different cars. And it's like, bro, come on. I mean, but I also understand the hustle. If you're doing daily videos, that's going to happen. Which is why I introduced, what was a week ago, the desperate content thing. Because, one of the guys was like,
live stream that.
Yeah, the desperate content. That's a real thing. I mean, if it's 2 feet of snow outside, what are you going to do? You don't want to abandon your fans for, a long time. So you figure something out. So yeah, desperate content exists, and I do support it. But I've done some desperate content myself as well. But
we're doing it to get through winter.
This is desperate content. I'm just kidding.
Desperate content right now.
No, this is a Saturday night. This is just us hanging out with you guys. And we got 33 people still left. So it's just a 6 blew up fast. It's just a 6. I got to hang out with him. We did a little bit, and then I got to eat tacos and stuff with him that one night when he came down to Nashville. And it's just Gavin is a genuine guy. Just leave them alone, Connor. Gavin is a genuine guy, and he told his story is that he wanted to post a video, and it was too big for Instagram, so he put it on YouTube, and then it did well, and he did it again and again, and repeated it, and then he blew up. And he is an inspiration to a lot of people. He's a good dude. He's doing it really well. But let's see what else is going on in here. Looks like they're all chatting with each other.
I feel like mine probably froze up again or something. Mine's been like
it says, yeah, he invested. That's where it all comes from. Look, no, that's not true.
What's that?
Yeah, I think that he's talking about MotorTube investing.
I thought they were talking about Gavin.
Oh, Gavin, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, but either way, I would disagree with that because, I mean, it's really about the blow-up videos that he had right when he started. I mean, I think it was that old man gets down in a Hellcat or something, got like 4 million views.
Yeah.
Right on the map. Instantly.
Yep.
Guys, if you get 4 million views, that's pretty much like a guaranteed 20,000 subscribers, like right off the bat.
Yeah. Yes. And I mean, I got 3,000 from the million view video that's going right now. Hopefully some of them are here watching, but
which would be about right. I mean,
right.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
And then about 9% of that will actually watch every video. But that's just what lots of people, they're busy at work and they're, doing stuff. So they catch up on YouTube. As YouTubers, we want you to watch every single thing. But that's just not the way that life works, unfortunately. Right. Everybody has a life. But MotorTube, he talked about investing in this whole thing. Look, the kid's young, and he's talking about who in the hell at 17 years old. By the way, you have to be 18 to invest, I think.
Right.
Can afford a Hellcat on his own. You cannot.
Somebody
And,
has to co-sign.
and at the time, he was at like he was beginning at YouTube.
Yeah.
Look, I think the car is co-signed, and that's okay. Or it doesn't even belong to him, and he's just using it as a parent or a brother or sister or whatever. And that's okay. I think the Mustang that he bought, and the truck, I don't think is completely financed by him either. I mean, I can social blade what the guy actually makes every month on YouTube. You can too. Go to Social Blade, type in his name, you can see what he makes. And the income that he brings off of that, because he doesn't have a job, he's doing YouTube full time because he does daily content, does not support the amount of car payment that he has.
Oh my God, not even close.
So, and insurance, the kid's young. So remember that. You got insurance, you have these high car payments. We're talking about a $60,000 truck, a $70,000. When he bought the Hellcat, guaranteed he paid for ADM on it. So you're talking about at least bare minimum $70,000. And you get a $50,000 Mustang. So that income the math doesn't work. So not all of them belong to him, but he acts like it does. And that is just, why not just, if the car's co-signed or if it's not yours, who can just tell us? I don't care. I'll still watch your stuff. Just be honest about it. Anyway.
Mustang Scott was asking questions. Now he's on your channel.
Actually. Okay.
I didn't see that, but I think my feed did freeze up on me there.
Oh, did
I see it
now. It's all he said. I can't send Michael Mack's content. Look, Michael Mack is a good, genuine guy, but he's a little sensitive. But I support what he does. What's up with that orange GT? That orange GT has been in training. He's starting to come back. I think he just pushed a video today. But anyway, he basically has air traffic control is what he's been going to school for. And that's taken up a lot of his time. And, he's young and all that. So YouTube is obviously not bringing in a sufficient income so he could just do it full time, even though I'm sure that he would like to. But air traffic controller is what he was going to school for and what he's been training. So that's where he's been. But he didn't just drop off the face of the earth. He's trying to come back. But anyway, let's see what else is going on here.
Mustang Scott was asking about Carnage. He's got a video coming out in the next day or so on what happened with that. So yeah, just keep a lookout for that.
Yeah,
Mustang Scott.
Yeah, stay tuned to the channel. Next day or two, probably Monday is when I'll release the video. Tomorrow, yeah, because tomorrow's Super Bowl, right?
Oh yeah.
So definitely Monday, not tomorrow.
Cass, the MBRP race axle back is very loud, especially if you run a resonator delete. If you do it with the stock resonator, it won't be too bad. But yeah, with the resonator delete, you would not want that in your apartment leaving at 5 a.m. I'll tell you that right now.
See right there, bam. You see, you understand. So I sold cars successfully. When I got out of the Army, I sold cars for a while, and I hit the ground. Never sold anything in my life, and within the first week, I had like 6 sold. By myself. I mean, it was just, all I did was I chatted like this. So I just made friends and talked about cars. And then if they like you, they'll buy from you. That's it. But you got to know your product to do well as well. And don't be a pushy asshole. But you need to buy a car, even if it's used, you need like minimum $2,000 income. And then you have to have, but when you're young, you may not have that. And you also may not have the credit history built up. So what bank, who in their right mind would finance an 18-year-old $70,000? You'd have to have a cosigner. It could still be your car, just say it's cosigned, but that's just what I'm talking about. So the math doesn't work. And I wasn't born yesterday. I mean, I was born on Friday, but it wasn't last Friday. But whatever. I like what he does. I just wanted to be honest about it. But it's his channel, and that's a good thing about YouTube is you can do whatever you want. Yeah, unless his family's super rich, because he talked about his family not being super rich.
That's the thing. I mean, he says that it's not an issue if you're young and you get your car co-signed for you.
I had a car co-signed. My first car was co-signed.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that he's untruthful about it.
I think he's trying to sound like he's larger than life. It's just not true.
Yeah.
You're a guy, Ron. You're just like all of us. Sorry about it. You also live in a place where there's higher income. cost of living, I should say.
Yeah.
So here in Tennessee, it's like dirt cheap. You could buy where I live, you can buy a brand new, like 2,200 square foot, 3-car garage, 2,500 square foot house with 3-car garage on like an acre for like, you know, $250. So,
Staying Lowe's new paint job.
I like his new paint job.
Yeah.
I think it looks hot. I'm a little jealous. So,
and keep in mind that that is a removable coating. I see a lot of people keep referring to it as paint job, so I want to make sure people know that that is actually a new technology, almost like Plastidip. It's a removable coating.
you say his is not permanent?
No. Yeah, that's a removable coating.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was painted. He told me painted.
I would have to double check that then.
I don't know. See, that's why I wanted to get him on the phone and confirm. But it looks good. It's like a blue purple. Anyway. Yeah, I honestly like Instagram. Like, look, there's 16,000 of you. And my wife gets think about YouTube as we get bigger, the audience gets bigger, and so does you know. So there's a lot of time that we film. We spend a lot of time filming. We spend a lot of time editing, and then we spend the most time answering comments and then keeping up with comment. Well, not everybody does, but I do, and I do that daily, all throughout the day. But I'm trying. We'd still have to have a life too. You know what I mean? And go do things and have fun here. But yeah, I try to answer everybody at least in a couple of days on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, and on YouTube. But yeah, it's saying it's paint. I don't know. Maybe it could be.
I'm pretty certain it's a removable coating.
The BMR install videos. I love doing.
Could be wrong though.
Yeah.
I know they were talking about another thing was they were talking about that on Vinny's car too. They were talking about when they had the guy out there talking about doing it. He was saying that they can do a new removable spray coating like that. I forget what it's called.
That's right. They did talk about that. So maybe.
Sure like, so I don't think that place was an actual. I think they do wraps and removable coatings, not paint. But I could be wrong.
Who knows?
Not 100%.
I have no idea. But either way, it looks good. And
yeah, see, they're saying it's painted with a removable coating.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
We're playing terminology.
That's
actually not paint; it's removable coating.
So it's just so like a.
It's sprayed.
It's like a plastic.
So when you say paint, if you're referring to the process that was used, then it'd be correct.
It's a colorful, sprayable.
It's basically like it's the newest technology from Plastidip type stuff.
I want to do something like that on mine. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? No, my car's red and black. We need to stick to that theme. But yeah, the installation videos, I really like doing them. I like turning wrenches, and it's therapeutic to me, and it's fun. Believe it or not, even when my hands are bleeding, I think it's fun. But
see, it's surprised how many people actually are confused on whether or not that's paint or not.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, it's hot.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
Yeah, they sanded it, but it's a new clear coat technology. It's a peelable coating. It's not regular auto paint. 99% sure on that, guys. We'll have to check with Stangmo to be sure 100%.
Right. I'm sure that he's probably going to release a video at some point.
Yeah.
Talking specifically about what it is. But it does look good. Did the wet sand to smooth the paint? I'm sure.
Yeah, they wet sanded.
Yeah,
they did wet sand to clear.
Yeah,
but this new product that I'm talking about is wet sandable and buffable. So,
okay.
I was gonna try to look up the name, but I can't get any connection. I forget what this stuff is called.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll do some homework. But anyway, well. I think
so we're about ready to end this thing.
Yeah, I think
2 hours and 38 minutes. That's got to be a record.
I think that's it. All right, guys. Everybody that super chatted me, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for the super chats. Thanks for joining, watching, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you'll get to see the video probably Monday, and it's honestly it's not that bad, but it really sucks, and it's something that I should have known better, and it's my fault. Especially because the same thing that happened to me happened. This might clue you in as well. Happened to Lucas at the track when we did that big track thing. So with it, and it has something to do with the Cervini's grill. But anyway, that's it. I'm not going to spoil nothing else. All right. Yeah, we're the real deal. I appreciate it. It's great to be able to hang out with you guys and then and go live like this. But thank you so much and for giving us your time. And then we'll start to do this more often. And then you know, we live an hour apart, so we'll go over to your house next time.
Yep.
And then
cool. Maybe we'll try to pull it off in the garage with cars in the background.
Yeah.
Or something.
So we'll make it fun. But anyway, you guys have a good night and watch the Super Bowl tomorrow and then have fun. And then if you're traveling, be careful. And other than that, I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching, guys.